I knew that I was forgetting something. Do you believe me if I say that I knew that I was forgetting something, but I forgot what it was? Good evening, everybody. Welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Shut up! No! Good start. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I wasn't telling you to shut up. I'm frustrating at me because I really thought that I had it. I thought that I had everything ready. But welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome, hi! Welcome, Logan, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Nimby, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Vorita, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Hotpants, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Leo, welcome and bye, because I see that you are busy with a hospital reunion. I hope that you get a schedule you are okay with, happy with. And most importantly, I hope that whatever the day has for you, that is gonna go great, or at least good. Anyone else? Nimby, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Retouch, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Kevin Tamaki, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. I think I haven't seen you in a bit. How have you been? Welcome, welcome. Time to turn off the Slime Rancher. The level of envy that I have to you right now because you said that, you have no idea. Although I in general have been having high level of envy. Just now, as I was preparing the stream, I got a notification from Steam that someone is playing Goblin Cleanup. And like, you have no idea how much Lena and I want to play that game together if we ever get the chance to actually have it, you know. Latam and everything, there's not a promise, but you have no idea. I think no BGM. I think we have BGM. Don't we? Is it too low maybe so that people cannot hear it? Because I'm pretty sure we have it. I was just about to say the transition was really smooth this time. The transition was. But not everything was because I exist. Teehee. Teehee pero. Means a lot to me that even with all these games you've been hyped for releasing, you still not forgetting about Blueprints. Of course not. I still love Blueprints, even though I feel like it is getting to the point where streaming it gets more complicated because I have less and less to do and more of it depends on RNG. Like that's where I'm like struggling the most at the moment with Blueprints, because so much of it depends on RNG that it makes me nervous to do it live. Because it's one thing when I can get excited and do advance every single time that I stream it, but if I go an entire stream without getting any advancements, when it's a series with 22 installments, it feels really bad. So this is the part where I'm like really starting to feel hesitant about what really to do. What I have written down on my notes is that I need the freezer with the furnace and the power hammer, but that's like very RNG based because, especially because I think I turned the furnace frequency all the way down to the lowest setting, so that's a problem. Then there's the boiler room with power-up washing machines, which the washing machines are so rare, and I don't remember if I set it up that way or not. That's another problem that I have. Then I have that I need to go to the library and read the book New Clue with a magnifying glass, but that also requires like 3 different runs to go properly well with RNG. And then, you know, the vault. I need to get the keys for the vault. That is my best bet for a Sanctum key right now, because if you remember where we're at, we're trying to get the Sanctum keys, and the clues for the Sanctum keys is this specific paper that you cannot read very properly. But basically, out of this, we got 3. We got those 3 little ticks in pink. Everything else is a nothing. And what I have is like, the second key is in the vault of a bank. The third is up high amongst all the clocks. Still have no idea how to do that. I got the clock tower, and I have no idea how to work it, because I think I'm missing a gear of some sort. The 5th key is held by a king on his throne. Again, no idea what the fuck to do with that. 7th is major if you draft it quite late. If anyone has any clue for that one. Jesus Christ, I have no clue. And the last key is waiting behind the last door of 8. Again, those last two, if you have any clues, genuinely would appreciate it. And then the other thing that I have written down is that I need to start chasing the information about the realms so that I can complete the sigils. Lisa, welcome in. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. How's my electricity going? I'm actually like really scared. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually terrified because this game saves in between runs, like when you finish a day. And my internet cut out in the morning. I announced that the stream might be moved. Then it came back. I announced that it was fine. Then the internet the power got cut off again. And I didn't say anything because I was like, okay, let's see if it fixes itself once more. And it did. But I'm like, what if it cuts itself while I'm in the middle of a stream? While I'm in the middle of a Blueprints run? What happens to the fucking game if it only saves in between runs? So I'm actually really scared. I'm actually really scared of this one because I don't want my save file to break if that's a thing that could happen. Take it as a compliment. I turned off my slime rancher to be here. I take it as a super high compliment. I've heard of that one. I wasn't sure if it was any good or not. The Goblin game. Oh, the Goblin cleanup! Yes! Lena and I actually tried it off stream. Like, we did... it was during an X-Fest or something like that. I was like, Lena, I want to try this game so bad. Please try it with me. It doesn't have to be on stream. It doesn't have to be like, we don't have to figure out a schedule that will work for both of us. Just whenever, just off stream, please try it with me. We had so much fun. We had so much fun, and we both were like, yeah, this is a streamable game. This is a really streamable game. So we both decided that we would put it in our wish list, and then we'll see whatever the future has for us. Which, since it only just released, I doubt that it's going to have any sort of a sale anytime soon. But we do really want to play it at some point. I recommend it. I do think Hot Pants that it is more fun with friends. It definitely gave us that vibe that it's like the chaos multiplied by having several people is what makes the game proper. Just you know, my opinion. Maybe it is fun solo. The Suping meeting screwed up the little time I had to make a game, so I don't think I will be making a push-up game. I don't think a push-up game fits the bill for the theme of the jam. So I absolutely understand that if you don't even have time, it's not the one to try. It's not the one to try. There is always a new jam if you wanted to participate in a jam later. What the future had was your schedule being chosen for you for the next 3 months at least? Yeah. But like, even though the Goblin Cleanup released 1.0 this week, because everything fucking released this week! Even though Goblin Cleanup released 1.0 this week, we still weren't going to be able to play it until we find the means to buy it. So it's fine. I'm not pressured for that one. Let's continue! How long has it been? Like 10 minutes of pre-chat? That's fine. It's a good time to start. Day 42. Please, RNG, be nice to me. Please. Day 42. We are midway through December already. Lydia, did I say hello to you today? Welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. I'm giving you a second hello in any case, just in case, because lately my brain has been skipping the name, and I don't like that. So I do not like that. I do not appreciate. Let me grab my money before anything else because I keep forgetting. Let me grab this as well. Lockpick! Yay! 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 Okay, what do I want to do now? What do I want to do now? Do I want to do... Do I want to go outside and grab the shed? Or do I want to just start and see what I could do on the shed later? Sleep? No, I don't want to sleep. I want to play. Crumpets, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Shared rooms can make or break runs. Yeah, but I'm wondering if I want to... Because I've been thinking, what if I saved it for later in the run? What if I saved it for when I know how the run is going and what I have to prioritize? You know? I think I'm gonna do trading post. Because having the magnifying glass could make it or break it. And the trading post... Do I want to go in just to see what I have available? Oh, no, I don't even have the card. I don't even have the key card. That's awful. Will I do? Humph. You can sleep. It's okay. I hope that you have a good nap if you do have a nap. Eepy Snake, I'm fine. Did I say that I was sleepy? I'm not sleepy. I'm excited. Worship very early is not necessarily the best, but it's also not necessarily the worst. Broken lever. That's cool? Question mark? That's cool? Question mark? Do I care, actually? I don't think I do. Not for this run. Not for this run, I don't think. Good spot, honestly, it's not the worst. It's not the worst, but it's also not my priority for this run. For this run, my priority is getting specific items. So this is not a bad thing to spawn early. If I get a magnifying glass, that would be great. I did not get a magnifying glass, but I guess I could take all of the rest. They do work on getting better chances anyway, so might as well. But I really do want the magnifying glass. That's the most important thing right now. Let's do this one and let's use those resets regardless. Because if I have free resets and I'm trying to pray for RNG, then it would be very, very foolish not to try and use those. Where the fuck is this thing? Ah, okay, I saw it. Are my eyes sharper today? Maybe. Hopefully. Okay, I'm saying... Both of these are really good, actually. So I think I might take this, regardless. I think I might take this so that I can turn off the gymnasium and the dark room and the keycard entry system. Because I don't have the keycard. Don't take that paper to your eyes! I'm not! But I'm saying, I think my eyes are working a little bit better today. I think a little bit better. Okay, now I'm going to use the RNT. If I don't like the situation in this room for getting to the foundation, that's fine. But if I could get really cool things like this, for example, this is not a bad one. This is not a bad one because I have the shovel. So having the shovel should help with the amount of keys. And also, oh my god, look at that! Aww. Yay! Yay! I guess that doesn't matter that much. Pet the boy! Pet the boy! We have to pet the boy! Now, do I want the garage? I don't think so. I think what I want... I think what I want is the closet. Actually. I think what I want is the closet. if I only had the coin purse. Garage is a good investment. It is, but here, yeah, because if I want to get to the foundation, I still have all of this route and all of this route. And since I'm trying to get the magnifying glass as one of my top priorities, I think when you're relying on RNG as badly as we are at this point, I think we had to like settle on one priority and really hyper focus on that one. I'll take that one. I think I need to really hyper focus on a priority. And in this case, the priority, I feel like it has to be... By the way, the volume is probably super fucking low. You probably can't hear anything. I moved it as high as I possibly could. This game is really, really low volume. This is not an empty box. The gems are in the black box. The empty boxes are both true. So it's here. Oh, shit. Oh, yay! I understood it before I understood it. I understood it instinctively. Don't come at me. That worked. Therefore, you cannot complain. It is quiet. It is very quiet. I know, this game is in general really, really quiet. I'm gonna go ahead and risk it because I have the lockpick. I hope I don't come to regret this. Okay, that has a key. Oh, the silver key! We could try to get the mirror room. That's another thing we could try to do. Passageway is kind of like a really good one to have right here. And it's also the only one that would allow me to keep moving up, so I think I have to. Let's get this one first. Boiler room. Security. Boiler room. Storeroom. I'm gonna grab the storeroom because I want the boiler room to have better chances of leading into the washing machines. And right here in this spot is not like the best position for it. Although we do have connection tubes. So if I get it around here and I get the machine, I'm gonna feel so bad if I get the machines after this. This is a good one. This is a good one. I like it. I like it here. I think I'm gonna keep going this way first though. But why? I need dice. If I want... Oh yeah, we're gonna grab that security. If I want the washing machine room for the boiler room, I kind of really need to start prioritizing dice, is the situation. Why can't security have been rotated? That's okay, we got security here, and this is fine, this is fine. This is fine. Keycard system, this is what matters today. We're gonna set it to high, and we're gonna set it to unlocked. And that should give me a bunch of them, but also all of them should be off because I already turned the electricity off, so... You know, we're thinking strategy. Smart. We're being smart about this. We're also playing instinctively because I want to be able to do more runs instead of like agonizing over... Ah! Give me a second, 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 give me a second. I cannot believe if I had had the boiler room in there, I would have been able to do this. I'm so upset. I'm so upset at past me. Security has tubes. Security has tubes. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spawn this, and I'm not gonna pay attention to that room above security until I have a lot of dice. When I have a lot of dice, then I can come back here and try to get this thing up here as a boiler room. Right? Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. In fact, I'm gonna walk backwards. I'm gonna walk backwards and I'm gonna see what the 2 rooms in the bottom can spawn for me. So maybe I get some dice. Maybe I get the boudoir and the boudoir gives me dice, which would be nice. None of these are good here. Literally none of this is good here. I guess I'll take the nuke for an extra key. But I have the lockpick and I have the... No, I think I'll take the quest bedroom for the extra steps. And a magnifying glass! Let's fucking go, bro! Let's fucking go! I have the magnifying glass. It doesn't really help me this time because I still need to go to the library and ask for the new clue book. Why did I get so excited? This is not what I want. Took me a moment to realize that it actually isn't all that helpful. You know, I never paid attention to this clock. Is there anything in this clock? It's the first time I listened to it and I'm like, wait a sec. But I don't think so. Alright, so... I'm gonna keep going this way and I'm gonna just... I'm gonna follow my guts. I'm gonna follow my instinct. You know, my instinct is not always right, but sometimes it's right. And those times, I have to celebrate it. Also, I feel like... these are all pretty bad options. I'll take the code check and have the power hammer at the ready if I want it. Not that I want it right now. Right now I don't need it. It's not always right, but neither is your brain. Exactly! It's as trustworthy as anything, really. Can you ask the girl in the bottom right corner to be more quiet? No. This is what you get, sorry. You get what you get. You get me and my obnoxious yelling. Sorry. Whoopsie daisy. Whoopsie poopsie. This is what you get. Alright, so... we have confirmed there's nothing here, right? Because I'm looking at every possible gear in the game as like the solution for the clock tower. None of them are. I know this. It's just the copium. I'm still trying to cope so badly with the fact that I want the goddamn gear for the clock tower and I have no idea where it is. It's the laundry room that you're referring to, by the way. It is, but the washing machine room works as well. You understand what I'm saying? And if you understand what I'm saying, well, I seem to recall weeks of you hunting for that silver key. I want the silver key because it gives me a higher chance of getting the mirror room. And I want the mirror room because I never figured it the fuck out. I have no idea what the mirror room is or how to use it. I mean, I've seen it once, but I have no idea how to use it. And that's kind of important. I heard one of the devs on this game refer to a dice as the single most powerful item in the game. I would say that that's not true in the early game, but I would say that's definitely true on the later runs when you're depending on RNG. It was like right now, as I'm depending on RNG so desperately, I still have no idea how to get this. Seems like there's nothing here I can do. And this is just the end of the platform. So when will I understand what to do here? There's a fusion box here, right? And the fusion box, it couldn't be the thing that was mentioned in a foreman log before. There was a foreman log that mentioned something like it. And I'm gonna look at it again. See if it looks familiar Or see if I understand what the fuck that could be about in the first place. It definitely looks exactly like the thing. Let me read you the thing. It says it's a high pressure condenser, steam line to boiler. So boiler room, steam line to HPC. What the fuck is HPC? High pressure condenser. Steam line to boiler. Steam line to high pressure condenser. Remote power box. So this here looks exactly like a thing in one of the foreman logs. This here is supposed to be a remote power box. This streamline, this tube right here, is supposed to go to a high pressure condenser. And the high pressure condenser is supposed to have a steam line to a boiler. I genuinely have no idea what that means. I'm wondering if I need the boiler room for that. I'm wondering if I... Feels weird only seeing 3 names in the chat. Yeah, I think in between like being busy with other stuff and also the fact that, let's be honest, I know that a lot of people are not interested in this game right now because it's the 20-second stream that I make of it. I think it makes sense. The thing is, I'm a really stubborn person. Once I start a stream, a game on stream, it's really hard for me to give it up, even if it's been 22 fucking streams of it. It's really hard for me to give it up because I kind of want to finish the journey with everyone. I kind of want to share it with everyone. But I understand that some people get bored. Is that a turret that I haven't seen? Let's go, baby. Another turnip. Hee hee. Hee hee hee. Okay, where am I going now? Hallway? Hallway? Okay. Priorities, priorities, priorities. Priorities, priorities, priorities. Exit. It's not a good place for attempting the... It's not a good place for attempting... Do I need the power hammer in the tunnel? I do! But if I choose the tunnel here, it breaks everything. Oh, I really wish I had a dice here. I really wish I had a dice. I'm gonna have to come into the gymnasium, which is fine, because it's off. Nice. And I'm gonna have to come over here and keep trying to deviate a little bit. This is good. This is better. Because I need a little bit more in terms of options to keep moving around the map. For sure I need that. Coin purse! I don't know why I'm getting so excited. I don't need money. I really don't need money. I need gems way more. This symbol has always been a little bit weird to me because this is the symbol of Arch Aries. But Arch Aries is, I'm pretty damn sure Arch Aries is yellow. So why is it blue here? Could it be blue and I have it wrong? Could it be that Arch Aries is blue in color, but I wrote it as yellow and it's not correct? Could that be? I'm gonna grab the chapel because as much as I want that axe that I'm not going to get, I wanted to dash the security room cost, and I already spawned the security room, so not much of a point in getting it now. I would like the library. I would like the library more than the other stuff. Do I have a book waiting for me or do I have to request one? I guess... I still haven't gotten the Curse of Black Bridge. That one is a good idea. I still have not gotten that yet. So we're gonna ask for that one. Have I gotten that? Guys, please answer if I am somehow forgetting it. But I'm pretty sure that I have not gotten that. Vault key. I need the vault key. I need the vault key. I could go back and try to get the lockpick. The lockpick sound amplifier. Right? But I don't know if I want to walk all the way backwards just for that. I did think that it was a bad positioning, honestly, when I got the workshop that early. But what are you gonna do, you know? What are you gonna do? You get what you get. What was this again? Nothing. Cool. Luxury items with 24 steps is not the best, is it? But wave room is not the best either, because it takes half my steps away and I have no reason to prioritize it. In the return, that will take all of my gems. I guess I have to go for the showroom, even though I'm literally just wasting gems on it and nothing more. Priorities? Priorities? Yeah, I need to understand what my priorities are. If you collect a day while wearing the moon pendant, you will start tomorrow with 2 of the items in your inventory. Since it's the only thing that I can afford, it could be... Oh! These are items that I hadn't seen before. Wait. These are items that I had not seen before. Master key opens all normal doors. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Chronograph. While drafting, you may rewind time after drawing new floor plans. You're more likely to draw staying tomorrow rooms while drafting. While drafting, you may rewind time after drawing new floor plans. What the fuck does that mean? I'm gonna... You know what? I'm gonna exit, and if I get 30, I'm gonna get that thing because I want to understand it. That seems like it could be really good. Furnace? But I have no... I have no way to advance! This is what's driving me crazy. Off the wall crazy! I depend so much on RNG right now. I depend so much on RNG. Really annoying. Oh, come the fuck on. Oh, come the fuck on! You gotta be joking! This sucks. This run sucks. I think right now the play is to try and get those 30. I think that's the only thing that we can aspire to. It's gonna be difficult given that I have to walk through the chapel, but... Without the dice and without the everything is really difficult. Okay. Let's use the special key, fuck it. This is lost. This is lost anyways. I have no faith here. I have like 0 faith this is gonna be good. We can come over here and we can try our best, but it's probably not gonna happen. Where? Okay is nice, I suppose. Let's keep going upwards. Let's get the greenhouse. Let's get digging. There's other stuff to examine in there? What? In where? In where? Dixon, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. There's other stuff to examine where? Huh? What was that sound? What was that sound? What? Sorry, am I crazy? I heard a sound and I have no idea what it is. Huh? What was that sound? What was that sound? I'm gonna grab the dove coat. Which has thankfully a gold coin and some shovel. I heard a dog and then a key being used. Oh, because of the kennel! Because of the kennel! Right. I've already seen this. I've already seen this, that's not new. Nothing more. Oh, damn! Cute, nice. Definitely needed that. Solarium. Not that it fucking matters. Not that it matters at all. Because at this point, I'm like... completely stuck in this run. Leatherman, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. Of course, you're just not aware of the fact that when the kennel results in unlocking doors, a hound barks. Yeah, I hadn't heard it before. I know of the effect, but I had not heard it before. If I'm gonna be so really honest, so for real. But yes, hello, Dengsa! If you buy that, is it permanent or can you put it in the code check? I can put it in the code check, but I'm not gonna put anything in the code check because it would take the power hammer out, and I'm not willing to take the power hammer out. I'm just not. In here, I'll take the corridor. Not that it matters. Like, this is completely a lost run. I guess at least we get the fucking break room. Break room is nice. Break room at least allow us to start next run with the card. Let's do this thing real fast. 7. 1 plus 4 is 5. Minus 4 is 1. Times 13 is 13. What? What? 10 minus 3. 10 minus 3 is 7. 1 plus 4 is 5. Minus 4 is 1. Times 13 is 13. Guys, what am I not seeing? What am I doing wrong? 10 minus 3 is 7. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, because this is the last step. So 4 minus 4 is 0. Times 13 is 13. Minus plus 1 is 14. Bro. 4 minus 4 is 0. Times 13 is 0. You're right, sorry. Sorry. You're so right. I'm sorry. Math got in my head, man. Math got in my head. I'm sorry. If you buy that, is that permanent? No, it's not. Is that all the contractions now? I think I'm missing one. I think I'm still missing one. We still need the damn axe. Not really, because I want to slash the vault and the security room, and I've already gotten the security room, and there's no way I'm gonna get the vault. Remember the problem I had the other day? I finally found a solution. Let's go. Let's go! Thanks, congrats! Let's go, let's go, let's go! Congratulations. I'm really happy about you finding that. Quick maths? It's my level of math, guys. If you want if you want to give me the answers, I will 100% appreciate them. 1 plus 2 is 3. Minus 3 is 0. Times 15 is 0. Plus 2 is 2. You guys taught me well. You guys have taught me well. Okay, let's go buy that thing that is absolutely useless. I cannot believe just how bad the RNG was at the end of the day. At the end of the day, guys, this RNG was absolutely fucking terrible. We have to be happy that we're gonna get more attempts in this stream, that I'm gonna get another run. You know what? I'm gonna buy that thing anyways, because I want to see how it properly works. I still have one room to try it on, so we're gonna have to deal with that. I'm gonna buy the chronograph. I need to understand how it works. While drafting, you may rewind time after drafting new floor plans. That's the part that I'm not entirely understanding. So we're gonna go to the security room. Spawn whatever's on top of that. Not that it matters. Again, not that it matters, because this run is over. But at least it will allow me to understand how this chronograph works. Then after that, we have 89 steps. I'm going to try and get to the precipice with the power hammer. Did we do that already? I think I would have turned it. I think I would have deleted it from my notes if we had done it already. So we probably have not. If you guys think that we have, do tell me so that I don't waste it. But I'm pretty sure that we have not done that. Okay, so how does this chrono thing works? The freezer. I got the freezer. I got the furnace. I got the washing machines. And none of it fucking works. How do I rewind time now? While drafting, you may rewind time after drawing new floor plans. I don't understand what happened then. I don't understand. What did that do? That didn't do anything, did it? That didn't really work. Did it? I don't think it did. Do I have anywhere else that I can spawn a room so I can check it again? No, I don't. I literally have no other places to use it. Grab freezer, maybe you can freeze your laundry. I think the freezer is a good thing to grab right here anyways, because of the key of the 3 gems and the 1 coin. Because I can start next morning with 3 gems instead of 2, or with 5. I don't remember how it works. Okay, so from here, let's go for the code check. Grab the power hammer, go out to the tunnels. Not to the tunnels, to the precipice. Use the power hammer, bring it back, and finish the day in the break room. It's a hell of a lot, but like, better than nothing. Better than having an entirely fucking useless this faster? To get to the precipice? I think this is faster to go to the precipice. At least something that stayed in that head of yours did something saying that head of us. Did something stay in that head of mine? I have it written down. And I think that's the reason I can remember it and know it. Because I have it written down. I think without my notes, we would be looking at an entirely different story. All of those pipes have to be related to the high pressure thing that I was talking about, right? Wait a second. Wait a dearly damn second. Wait a little tiny little minute. Have I pressed this before? Ah, shit. Don't know how to get back there. Have I pressed that before? I hated this puzzle the first time, so I'm not excited that I'm having to do it again. I'm not excited at the prospect of doing it again. I think it's as easy as only moving those two, though. Right? I think it's as easy as only moving these. Yeah, okay, okay. At this point, I start to remember what you have and you haven't done, which is why I have it written on my notes. And which is why I'm saying that I probably would have erased it from my notes if you had done it. Oh, for fuck's sake. It was not as easy as doing that. It was not as easy as just doing that. It was much harder. Okay. Wait. Wait. Is it this? This one is not related. I'm gonna get it out of the way. This one doesn't fucking matter. I don't know why it's there. How do I get you in there? And you here? Oh, and this one here. Okay. I figured that out. Maybe? I don't think so, but I'll try. I'll try. Maybe there's a path, sort of. Yes! 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 I did it! I did it! Boop. Oh, I had already done this. I thought this was maybe related to the thing in the... I thought maybe it was related to the high pressure thingy majig. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, that's so annoying. That is really, really annoying because I thought it looked exactly like the high pressure thing that I was talking about in the bottom of the SANCTUM area. But I guess too many things look kind of the same, huh? I guess too many things look way too similar. This is what I was talking about. See how it says like steam line to high pressure condenser and high pressure condenser to remote power box. This looks exactly like the thing on the red door on the Sanctum area. Problem is, I have no idea where this part is. I have no idea where this blacker box is. This one is exactly like the one in front of the red door. But I don't know about the other one. Okay, so precipice. I didn't get the power hammer. I needed the power hammer. How do I get to the power hammer faster? Through the foundation. Fuck me, bro. Oh, I have it! I have it. Forget it. So, one of the things that was marked in my notes is that I need to go to the precipice with the power hammer. The precipice being... this? I think... What's it say at the bottom? What's it say at the bottom where? In the foreman log thingy drawing that I just showed you? I did get the power hammer. Yes, I did. Sorry, it's just that there's so many things to be done that I keep forgetting myself, you know? I am pretty sure I already did this, though. Why didn't I delete it from my notes? Why didn't I delete it? Aha! Because I didn't fucking do it! It's this! I saw this in my mom's hideout! This is the thing that... Castle. Huh? Castle. Castle with 2 lines after each one of the letters. What does this mean? Oh! Wait, can I interact with it in any way? No. No, I can't. So what's the point of it? Is that related to the admin key? Castle is 5 letters. Castle is 5 letters. The admin key is 5 digits. But castle is a little bit too simple for it to be the admin key, right? I think I should still try. Lurpies, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. Is this one of those puzzles where you have to make words running both horizontally and vertically? I wondered in the first place if it was something like that, because there is one little note that I have screenshotted, but I was thinking about deleting it for the longest time, because it's just a little cat drawing that says cat in blocks. That's why I said, can I interact with it? Because if I could interact with it, there was a chance that it was like I had to write cat in it. But I can't interact with it, so what is the point of that? Now, if it was a 5-digit thing so that it's a code for the admin key here, but it sounds too simple to be the admin code. That's the one thing that's weird about it. Let's try it just in case. Admin not found. Yeah, I thought so, because we do have have a email saying that the admin key that's the most important one is the one that does not follow the logic of the other ones. I don't know if you remember that. But like, the admin keys that we have found so far are the first 4 letters of a worker's last name and then the first letter of their first name capitalized. That is what we have found so far. What we haven't found is how in the hell I opened the last remaining bits of the admin area that we haven't found yet. Oh, I've done that already. I've done that already. What am I missing then? Wait. I am missing. Wait. Oh, holy shit. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Okay, I gotta grab it with my non-gloved hand. It's so difficult to move pages with gloves. It is so difficult to try and switch places when you have gloves on. Metal detector and magnifying glass. I have both of them. Oh my god! The last workshop thing! The last thing! I'm doing good, how are you? I'm doing fine. Oh my god! Yay! Yay! Finally! Can light candles and ignite fuses. Sorry. What do you mean, ignite fuses? What's that mean? Can we melt stuff in the freezer with that? That is the first thing I want to try. The first thing I want to try is I want to go to the freezer and see if I can melt stuff with that. Second thing is probably I want to put away the power hammer before I ruin myself by not putting it on the thing. Third, I want to go and try to burn the paper crown. Nice! I can! I've already gotten those things, though. If you unlock a door with a prism key in a green room, hallway, bedroom, red room, or shovel drawer, blah, 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 blah. No, this matters because I don't have any more doors. I have already done this. Wait, upgrade disc? Had I not managed to do the upgrade disc thing yet? Also, I'm thinking that you don't actually need the power hammer in the freezer. Because I think you probably need the power hammer in the freezer specifically for this door that I just opened with this. So I don't think I should have power hammer written down in my freezer. I also don't think I should want the whole furnace freezer combo. I don't think I should bother myself with that. Because I think it probably doesn't matter. Also, could this be a code? 3232121221121. I don't think so, because just because I'm seeing them in that order doesn't mean that you guys would clump them together in those numbers either. So yes, we can burn stuff in the freezer. No, it does not seem to matter all that much. So next up, I'm gonna leave this power hammer in the code check to make sure that I don't lose it later. Next up, I want to go, I want to go check things with this. Oh yeah, the paper crown. Power hammer. I don't think, can anyone confirm for me if you would be so kind to confirm the freezer situation? I want to know if everything you can get from the freezer is what I already got. So basically, I want to know if there's any point in going in there with the furnace, and if there's any point of going in there with the power hammer after I've already gotten the things that I've already gotten. If anyone would be so kind, I would appreciate it. Can I burn that paper crown from here? Oh, I was really hoping. Because I feel like there's gotta be something that you can do with that paper crown. There's gotta be something. There's no way this room is like slated like it is for no reason. It's gotta do something that we can do. I'm just not coming up with the reason, with the logic of what exactly. And you know that it's probably fucking easy. Melting the ice via the laser is the same as the furnace, so I don't need the furnace thing. Sorbear, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, hi. Maybe you grabbed another disc from here. Yeah, good point. Maybe just respawned a disc. You invented the world's most over-rough lighter. Congrats! There's a few ways to get through. The power hammer was one of them. Okay, so I don't need that. I should delete it from my list. So wait. That means the only thing I need to do with the power hammer is the tunnel. And then I'm free. And then I'm fucking free. There's a key and a note. I read the note. Are you talking about the hammer or this? Dearest children, the pieces are in place and all rigid cogs have been greased. However, if an ambitious plans are to succeed, we must strike this Tuesday. The routine changing of guard personnel off the first of each month means the opportunity we have created for ourselves will likely never be so opportune. If we wait even one additional week, the window will be closed. On Tuesday, there will be 3 royal guards stationed at Learstone Hall, 2 of which will be wearing black gloves in lieu of the traditional white. We would be wise to sacrifice almost everything to avoid the white glove guard, striking only when he takes a recess. The 2 black glove guards have been instructed to bind, blind, and gag themselves to spare us the precious extra minutes it would take your group to execute that task on their behalf. However, that also means that once we reach the exhibit, we will truly be on our own. May the black shores guide us. May the black skies shield us. Our fathers proud of us. In arms, the faithful told of her. Okay. I read that in case it would give me any indications of something to do with these cardboard cutouts. I was thinking, like, maybe if I could gag them, bind them, and blind them somehow. But I have so many items and nothing is triggering. Which means there is probably nothing that I can do with them. Which means that it's probably not something... What if I had to be, like, in the perfect angle for them to not be able to see me before I do something? I just don't... There's gotta be something here. There has got to be something here. And I just don't know what it is. Could it be in one of these things? Could it be... Are there any combination workshop items that allow me to cut things? I don't think so. It definitely doesn't feel like it. But I swear to God there's gotta be something. Did you do like crates in the mine? I did, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, the disc! Let's do a disc. Before I forget it again. A second time. Because I have forgotten it once already. Yeah, this is a good way. If anything, the burning light is the closest to a laser cutter. Yeah, and it's not triggering, so I don't think it can do anything. The thing that really was suspicious about the light was that it said a fuse. But I have not seen any explosives, I don't think. Unless it's something that I don't remember and I've already done it. What have I used the power hammer on? What haven't I used the power hammer on? I've used it in the greenhouse. I've used it in the secret garden. I've used it in the weight room. I've used it in the precipice. I've used it in the... I've not used it in the freezer, but apparently it's the same thing. I've used it in... Where else have I used it? I've used it pretty much everywhere. Did you do the crates in the mine? I think so. I really think so. I've used it to open the basement wall, and I've used it to open the outside connection to the basement wall. Do you want a hint or anything, or just thinking out loud? A hint for the things that I'm asking? Yes. I'd like a hint for the power hammer. Mostly I want to know if I'm missing anything out of the tunnel, because I think I'm only missing the tunnel. That's the power hammer. For the close exhibit, I would love a hint. And for anything else that I'm saying, I don't think I'm actually saying anything that requires hints. For anything else, I think I'm just being silly and thinking out loud. But the two things that I am trying to figure out proper are the power hammer uses that I'm missing, which I'm pretty sure is just the tunnel, and the crown thing, the crown situation. It's been a while since we've had an upgrade. Nice. Okay, Nuke, what do you have for us? +2 keys, +1 key and bacon and eggs. You will always draw a library while drafting this room. +1 key could be useful. Bacon and eggs, I feel like it's the least useful right now, because we tend to get the dining room, which has the lunchbox and the food anyways. Plus, we have all of the options for morning room, sauna, blah, blah, blah. I feel like all of that is useful. You will always draw a library while drafting in this room. That one is kind of complicated in the sense that the library also only goes to the side. So it would create a sort of closed circuit unless I'm using it exactly in the corner. So I think the 2 keys might be the best option. You wanted to know about the dot pattern, if it's useful or not? Yes, I would appreciate knowing that, because I think it might be useful. I also think I might be reading it wrong. Reading about the freezer at the moment. Yeah, I basically would like to know if I keep it in my notes or not, because I think I might have done everything in there. You drafted a room that does have a fuse in it, remember? In this run? I don't remember. I think you're right, that's all you have left. That's all I can remember, at least. There's a clue to the exhibit hidden on a map somewhere. I can be less scripted if you want, just being safe. On a map somewhere. On a map. The only writing thing in the map that I remember is the angel points to your dreams or something like it. Every other map didn't really have... I think I'm gonna need a stronger clue for that one. The fuse thing you mentioned, you could do that right now. So I guess I did spawn something that I don't remember. Bacon and eggs is more steps in it. Yeah, bacon and eggs is more steps, What I'm saying is that because I have the dining room pretty much every run, and I have the lunchbox, and I have sauna, and I have enough money to buy a salt shaker every time, I feel like I'm almost never running out of steps. I feel like my main issue has always been like getting locked out more than adding more rooms. There's a pattern of dots on the front of the server rack. It is currently unknown if the pattern of dots on the server means anything, but it's highly unlikely, at least at this point. That's what I was thinking. That is what I was thinking. Yes, it's one of the first rooms you drafted. Thank you. I will go there. Have you partially drained the reservoir? Yes, we've done all of that. We have done all of that. I mean, I think we have done all of the reservoir. We've gotten the Sanctum key in the boxes at the bottom, and then we went to Mom's hideout and the platform 8 on the railway. There's actually 2 things we could try the burning glass on if we exit the mansion. Sure. I still have 47 steps. I think I'm gonna go for the key, the extra key. I feel like that's where I get stuck the most with the mansion plans. So we're gonna go that one. We are going to... I need to go fast if I want to have a second run. One of the first rooms I drafted. I feel like maybe it could be the workshop that you guys are talking about. I want a better run. This run was very mean to me. This run was very mean to me. It's not here, is it? Fuse. 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 Fuse? Where? Where do I use it, guys? Tell me. I want to be able to start a new run, and I'm not gonna be able to start a new run if I take a billion years trying to figure out what I drafted that I could use the glass on. What room did you draft before the workshop? Literally nothing. That was the first thing I ever drafted. I started with the workshop right away. Oh, the trading post. The trading post? If the second one is what I'm thinking of, there's a puzzle sequence that leads to that she may want to do first for completion's sake. Ooh. Ooh. I wonder if I've done it or not. At this point, I've done so many things that it blurs together, you know? Oh, hey, by the way, let's see if I get even more steps. And I did! Congrats to me. I have no need for them, but congrats to me. Okay, am I about to destroy this entire thing? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I love that we protect ourselves! Let's go, Simon. You're a smart one. You're a smart cookie. That's my boy. Obelisk! The fuck is this? Wait, I have a note. I have a note. I recognize this, sort of. This is in Danny Revaine's book. In Danny Revaine's notes. Although these past few months of exploration have yet to yield the fruit I seek, I have in that time gained a much greater mastery of the estate, and I have stolen many glimpses behind the black curtain that veils her many secrets. Among the more exciting of my recent finds was the discovery of a hidden chamber in one of the outer rooms, sealed shut behind a false wall. The stale quality of the air and the unmistakable aroma of corroded metal led me to believe that this chamber has remained sealed for many decades. Within it, I found a large vat and a copper still, their time-worn surfaces streaked with creeping veins of oxidation and rust. I am unsure if these instruments can be restored to working condition, but if they can, I may yet find a use for the sugar beets and potato stores rotting away in the rot cellar. Root cellar. But this is a little bit confusing to me. Because if I'm not wrong, if I'm not remembering wrong, the root cellar is another outer room. So if I want the root cellar, it's never going to overlap with this. Because I cannot spawn 2 outer rooms at the same time. That's fair, I've missed the last several blueprint streams, so maybe you've done it. I mean, listen, I don't even know what I've done. I don't even know what I've done. How have you been, Sorber, by the way? This still from the greenhouse book. Indeed it is. Indeed it is, from Danny Irvain's book. But how do I use it? It mentions the root cellar. Christoph, here's the rest of your share. 40 gold from the moonshine shipment we made last week. Oh, is that what they were selling? They were just selling moonshine? I thought they were like stealing stuff from the mansion, like possessions of the Baron himself. I didn't think they were just producing moonshine. I guess that's what he meant when he said about like the potatoes and the turnips. He was just like making moonshine. Also, I guess that means that the Red Guard forbids alcohol consumption? Like this entire country doesn't have free alcohol consumption? This may be the last batch for quite some time, as I feel it is no longer worth the risk, especially given Anne's continual increase in suspicion. But I do need to ask another small favor of you. Next week, when you take the Baron to town, if you can fabricate some excuse to delay your return by an hour or two, I would be much beholden to you. I feel like we've seen stuff relating to this lore-wise, but I feel like there isn't much gameplay-wise that this gives me. Which I need to separate both things. I like getting lore updates, but I also need to keep a track of all the things that are important for game advancement purposes. It kills me that all that money is in there, and I have to hope that it's gonna be there next time, because I can't use it right now. I cannot use it right now. Before calling in a date, do you feel like grabbing a snack, Ellie? Maybe some apples? What a hint, bro. Are you telling me to go to the orchard? I need to remember to not end the day without the break room. But I have 46 steps still, so I should be fine. I think the break room is quite close as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I have 7 steps until the break room. Oh, but I do have to go to security, so add 2 more. 9, because I have an upgrade disc. So we gotta remember to do that as well. Or taxes it heavily. You're right. Being good, just busy, lots of offline life stuff, work shit, took a trip to Europe, got engaged, life. Congratulations! I'm sorry my voice cracked like right there. I've been streaming way more than I should have. But congratulations! Congratulations on Europe trip. Congratulations on engagement. Congratulations in general. Sounds like you've been having good life updates. Okay, why did you want me to come to get some apples? That's my question. Am I wasting steps? That's a good question. Hopefully not. Maybe I misunderstood your... Maybe I misunderstood your clue. I think the money goes away once you claim it, but should still be there until you do. Hopefully, because I'm freezer right now. I have the freezer and I don't wanna grab the money if it's gonna disappear. What time is it right now? I don't know how to use this thing. It has no numbers. I haven't used the sun clock in so long. I've forgotten how to read the time in the sun clock. It's some time. It's time for something. For now on, if we draft this room, we can get a bunch of money. Probably just once, though. Probably just once. Pretty much all good stuff, just a busy summer. Hey, I'm really happy for you. Like, that sounds amazing. I'm really, really happy for you. This is a thing that another puzzle leads to. I may have been wrong. I have no idea what time it is. Could I go in and check the book? But I've already checked the book, so I don't think it matters. I think the spike points to north 12. I cannot know. I cannot know. Let's get that upgrade this done. Unless you want to tell me something specific about this, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think there's anything here. Because mostly the reason I don't think so is because I cannot interact with anything. Like I'm coming close and I'm trying to do anything with it and I can't. Ellie, don't read this, okay? Oh my god, wait, that works so well. Sorbear, that works so well. Because if I see it in like big bold letters, like Ellie, don't read this, I'm gonna stop fucking reading. That's a really good way. Guys, please remember this for the future. If anyone wants to speak about things that I would consider a spoiler, I want to open that. You're very much free to do so if you just put in really bold, like all caps. Ellie, don't read this. Anything at the base? Anything at the base? Of what? I already did the white trees a while ago, so I don't think... If you're talking about the base of the orchard, I think I want to do the upgrade this before I forget about it. And then, nothing more. And then finish the day so I can do another run. Because RNG wasn't that mean to me, to be honest. I got 2 upgrade discs. I can't be too mad about it. Ellie, don't read this, okay? You know that I care about spoilers a lot, so if you tell me not to read it, I won't. She will read the next one? No, I won't. Absolutely, she will. No, I won't. I meant off the sundial. I didn't check the base of the sundial, but I don't think so. I don't think anything was interactable. Closet. 1 extra item if drafted adjoined to a hallway. 1 extra item if drafted adjoined to a bedroom. 4 extra items if drafted adjoined to a red room. That one is so tempting. It's a big gamble. 0 items unless you draft it next to a red room. And then if you do draft it next to a red room, is 2 extra items. I think it might be too much of a gamble. Because the furnace, for example, doesn't have any exits. The lavatory doesn't have any exits. The dark room, unless you already tinkered with the lights in there, is gonna stop you from seeing anything. The archives I avoid like the plague, so I think it's a little bit too much of a risk. This one, the fact that it gives you 2 extra items is suspicious. Because I also don't think a lot of the bedrooms have 2 doors. Most of the bedrooms have 1 door only. The maid's chambers have 1 door only. The bunk bedroom has 1 door only. The quest bedroom has 1 door only. There is 1 hallway that counts as a bedroom, but I think that's only for the purposes of the things that count amounts of bedrooms. So I think I have to go for the safe one and do this. I don't know about number 3. Yeah, I think it's too big a gamble. I'll say this, I took the bedroom one and I don't think I ever got to take advantage of the bonus. Yeah, I feel like it's a bad yeah, I feel like it's they're trying to tempt you into a bad gamble. I thought adjoin means you just need to draft it near. I think it means that it needs to be drafted from one. There's just so few bedrooms, especially with more doors. Yeah, maybe number 1 is best. I think I'm gonna go for the safer option, which is this one. I don't think it's going to be useful all that much, but I think it is the safest one. And with that, we are actually going to finish the run so I can do a second one. Hopefully a better one. Hopefully a better one, because this one did not go all that well. And in the next one, we will have no need for the magnifying glass. Unless I want to make a cool-ass item with it. I think we're done, really, right? We're done. We're done. Call it a day. Call it a day. It sounds really tempting because it keeps the 2 base item, but it gives you more. But it's such a narrow circumstance. It is. It's trying to tempt you into a bad gamble, I think. We're gonna do one more. Day 25. No, day 43. How did I read 25, bro? How did I even read 40? How did I read 25? What the fuck, Ellie? 25-minute round, let's go. 8 or 9, 20 minutes adventure. Come on, guys, in and out, 20-minute adventure. If you caught that, you were in one of the most stressful blueprint streams I've had so far. Day 43. That was a good stream. It was maddening. It was maddening. Okay, 48 coins and 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 trophies. I need 8 for the blue tents, right? So much. 33 out of 40. We're close to the parlor games. We are barely halfway there with the dartboards. And we are really close to the explorer ones. Really, really close. I'm missing 5 rooms. 5. This one I still have no idea where to get. So okay, let's chill out for a second. And go to my notes. Self-lining torch and furnace and freezer and power hammer, I'm gonna delete from my notes. We know that's fine. Boiler room with the washing machines, I still need. Going to the library, reading the new clue with a magnifying glass, I still need. I still need to get chasing the vault. I still need to do the realms info. I still need to do the power hammer in the tunnel. Do I have anything else that I could be chasing right now? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I need the, I need to figure out the clock tower. I need to figure out the 5-digit thing for the grotto. Which was not castle. I need to figure out what the fuck castle is. Let me write that down. Castle? We used the power hammer on the precipice and it gave us a thing that said castle. And I have no idea what that means. Which stream was that? The stream in which I said, it's gonna be fine. Just a 20-minute run. It's gonna be quick, guys. And then we encountered the gallery for the first time, the art gallery. Which was terrible. I'm gonna grab the tool shed. We have the magnifying glass and the battery power. I don't see why not grab them. We're starting with 5 gems, which is good. Do you have all books? I have all the books. I have not read all the books. I have all the books as a possibility for the library, but I have not read all of them. 5? 5 what? 5 rooms? Yeah. Missing 5 rooms. Unless you were talking about something else. Okay, let's get started here. Do I want to grab this right away? All of them kind of cut me close. without much option. So I might grab the pantry instead. But man... Okay, this is better. This is better. I prefer this. The commissary is tempting, but I'm gonna grab this so I can make as much of the mansion useful as I can. You! Can I steal one of your gears? It doesn't seem like it. I'm just desperate at this point. Anytime I see a gear anywhere, I'm like, can I steal it? Can I take it with me? Please. Please. Amongst all the clocks. This room has so many clocks. And that looks like a key. Because that almost looks like the symbol for a Raja, but not quite. It almost looks like the symbol for a Raja, mixed with the symbol for Feneris. And I have no idea what that means. 5 trophies, you said 4, you have 5. I do? Nice! So I'm more than halfway there. I'm almost there is a little bit too generous. maybe I'm not almost there, but, you know, closer. It's a large defensive structure, usually used as a military and administrative center. What is? Everything is 50% off today. See flyer for details. What flyer? Oh wow! Hi! Today only, great deals ahoy. The sale. Everything up to 50% off after offer valid at the following location: commissary, kitchen, locksmith, and bookshop. So not where I would want it the most, which is on the luxury place. This is a fantastic place for a storeroom, actually. Happy to give you a nudge on the clock tower if you want one. Absolutely no pressure though. It's a fairly tricky one, so figure. So I'd offer. I would love a little gentle hint, cause here's what let me run you through what I've been thinking about the clock tower so far. I got the clock tower. I thought that's where one of the Sanctum keys was going to be. There wasn't anything like that. There was a note from a Raja with like a piece of a border and a swan and a poem thing situation. That's why I said a Raja, because it's poetic. I noticed that 2 of the clocks gear situation things are moving, but one of them isn't. So I am assuming that something in that clock tower needs to be fixed so that all 3 clocks are working, and that's where I'll get the Sanctum key. I walked through the staircase trying to get close to the big clock hand pendulum thing that goes side to side, pendulum, and I tried to see if there was anything in there, and I couldn't see anything. And then I don't think we tried anything else, did we, guys? All of these are shit, and I regret grabbing it from here instead of from the bottom. They're not all shit, but this is the shitty placement for it. So yeah, that's where I'm at with the clock tower. Hello. Noticing the stop clock is good, but maybe it's not broken and needs fixing. I know that it's stopped, but I have no idea what to do with it. Okay, see, guys, this is what I meant. Remember how there was the whole thing with castle? And I was like, wait, there are 2 more letters next to each one of the letters. So I remember this sign that says cat, and I was like, what if castle, the C also works for cat, and then the A in the castle works for something else, like all, and then the castle, the S is for something like sit, something like that, you know? But I have no idea where I would even do something like that, considering that I had no way to interact with it. I'm gonna grab the nuke because it's the only thing that goes upwards, and at this point I'm starting to get nervous. Gears into alignment. Cat. I don't know. I'm just going a little bit crazy here. I have no idea what to do with the clock tower. I'm convinced that either there's a gear hidden somewhere in the mansion that you need, or a lever hidden somewhere to move one of those misplaced. So, yeah, that's something that I forgot to say. After seeing the clock tower, we did try to... Sorbear, I'm talking to you specifically because I want to get your hint, and I want to tell you where we were at. We tried going to the workshop and stealing one of the gears there. After drafting the clock tower, we went backwards to the workshop to see if it would allow us to take a gear, and we couldn't. So that's what we tried. Might be stuff for a reason. I'll say this much specifically: there is not a gear to find, just so you don't spin wheels forever on that. Okay, good to know, because we were spinning wheels forever on that. We were most definitely spinning a lot of wheels on that. I don't want any of these right now. I do want that here. That's a good thing to have here. Especially with the 50% off. Gonna grab literally all of it. Gonna grab the gems, gonna grab the cell shaker, gonna grab the shovel, gonna grab the key. And I have 40 coins. So I'm gonna stop right there, just in case I do get the showroom. Not a bad place to put a locksmith, not a bad place to put a closet. Sure, it would be better if I grabbed it from a hallway, but might as well make sure that I have the things that I could want. And that way I don't have to bother coming here again as well. So, okay, let's try to go upwards from here. Are you fucking kidding me? Let's try to go upwards from here. Thank you. That's better. Sheesh. Sheesh, man. There are two false statements. A box with a false statement is empty. This box is empty. Okay, let's think about this one. There are two false statements. You might be true. A box with a false statement is empty. Because if there are two false statements, that makes this more likely to be true. This box is empty. It feels like all of them could be true and all of them could be false. There are two false statements. Could be true, could be fake. A box with a false statement is empty. Well, yeah, any box could be empty, so I don't see why this couldn't be false. This box is empty. If this box is empty, that means it's telling the truth, which means this and this would have to be true. Sorry, false. Which would make this one not false, which would mean that there's something off here, right? So if this box is empty, it's telling the truth. That means that these two could be one true and one false. A box with a false statement is empty. This would be true. So, okay, if this one is true, this one is also true. which immediately makes this one false. Right? If this one is true, this one is true, this one is false. If this one is false, then this one is true. Because if this one is false, it has the gems in it, which means very complicated. Let's see what you guys are saying. Is your chat program running backwards on your end? No, it's not. Why? Everything you need to solve the clock tower is within the clock tower. Okay, that helps. That helps. Turns out the showroom prices go up every time you find it. You gotta be joking. You have got to be kidding me. If there are two false statements, then the black one has to be true, making the other two false. If blue is true, then black is false. If this one is true, then this one is false. Absolutely. But I don't know what that means. Because you read out of the chat from bottom to top today. Sometimes I'm really good at catching the last message as soon as it arrives. And then I remember that I haven't read stuff and that I might be missing context. So this is hurting my brain. This is hurting my brain. If this one is true, this box is empty. And this one is true, which means this one is false. Huh? Just tell me what to choose, guys. Just tell me what to choose. Okay, fuck it. Yes, blue. We're going for blue. Nope. My brain got too confused. Sorry, I couldn't. Sometimes if I take too long, I cannot, and I need to move on. You know, sometimes I just need to move on. Nuts. Listen, I can't. I needed to move on. You confuse me in this. I have it and you get going and I lose it. Imagine what it feels like to be inside my brain. Imagine. Imagine if I make you lose it. Imagine when I'm trying to find it. It's like so difficult to be inside my head. Okay, we're gonna talk about that. Here, see? We have that exactly where it needs to be, and we have the ball, and we've already gone through there. Just to show you. I know that I already told you that we did it, but I'm showing you now because visual medium is better. You never even had it? No, I never even had it. I had something. I had something, but I cannot fucking tell you what it was. I cannot tell you what it was if I tried. Everyone eventually hits a point with Parlor where they go, fuck this, I'm just clicking this one. Yeah, absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. There's a map in there, Ellie, in the boat tunnel. In the tunnel? Okay, I'm gonna go check it out because I don't think I saw a map in there. Also, we're gonna go see this again. Even though we literally saw it today. This. Reminder. I saw this in the foreman's log that I just showed you a little bit before. This is supposedly connected to a high pressure chamber or something like that. High pressure boiler, high pressure something. And I have zero idea what that is. And I'd love to understand it. And I'd love to understand it. Wait, there is a map in the tunnel. Do you mean the map of the train station? In the room at the end of the tunnel? So you mean the map at the Of the station? You mean the map of the train station? Because I have that screenshotted. I have that screenshotted for sure. No, another map. Okay. What I have in that area that I have screenshotted is the train station map and the... A high pressure what? High pressure? High pressure? Let me look for that again. Let me look for my screenshot. High pressure. High pressure. High pressure. Where was it? Condenser. A high pressure condenser. Streamlined to boiler. But I don't know what a high pressure condenser is. I don't know what a high pressure condenser is. Are you saying that I should go back in there? That's my question. Because if I go... Streamline to what? To a boiler. Think rooms to the boiler room? I do need the boiler room for the purpose of a washing machine. Something. I don't know what happens in the laundry room, but I know that I need the boiler room with the washing machine room, with the laundry room. You. Angel points to your dreams. Which is there. Right? You weren't doing anything special. Right? Go back to take the boat! Oh no! Oh no! I'm losing steps. I'm losing steps. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We still have the dining room. Well, we don't have it, but we're gonna spawn it. That's for sure. I'm sure we're gonna spawn it. Okay, I'm not skipping this. Because what if there's something on the walls? I'm just paranoid now. I'm just super paranoid now. Ellie's working this game like a reverse step counter. Ellie's trying her best, man. Ellie's trying her absolute best. Even though she's bad at it. Basic Human, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. What key are you missing? I'm missing so many of them. You basically just said it, so I'm locking it in. I did say stuff, but I forget everything I say as soon as I say it. As soon as I say it, I forget it. Oh, god damn it. Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to get a paper that was on the floor. I'm not missing anything, right? I'm not missing anything. I'm not missing anything. I'm not missing anything. Okay, I'm not missing anything. What key am I missing? I am missing this. The second is tied in the vault of a bank, for which I need RNG so that I can get the key and the vault at the same time in the same run. The third is up high amongst all the clocks. This is supposed to be in the clock tower, I would assume, but I have not found a way to pry it for wherever the fuck it's hidden. The fifth key is held by a king on his throne. No clue what that is about. The seventh is major if you draft it quite late. That one, I am so lost. And the last key is waiting behind the last door of 8. Confusing. I did the 8th room. I don't know if that's what it means. But I don't have it. This we did in the last run. Like literally just now. We've been here. I'm just wondering what I missed. We definitely had those. We have that screenshotted. We have another thing right here that I wanted to show and mention. Where is it? The one with all the... This one! Delete it. What does that mean? Delete what? We've been here before and I screenshot that and I have no idea what that is. Sorry, I was juggling two hands to clarify boiler room is tied to the red box. I would assume. You basically just said it, so I'm locking it in. Read my message before that. There is a map in there in the boat tunnel, in the room at the end of the tunnel. I'm seeing the room, but I'm not seeing a map. And I'm wondering if it's because I'm blind as fuck. Which I am. I normally am. Is this the first time you hear of a key being major in the context of blueprints? No, what the fuck? No, wait a second. Wait. I refuse to believe I'm this fucking blind. This is all recorded. I have never played blueprints outside of the stream before, since the game came out. There is no goddamn way that this map was here and I never saw it. There is no way. Was this map here the first time that I came to this room? Please tell me it wasn't. There is every way that happened. No, I can't be this blind, bro. I can't be this blind. No, I refuse. This has to be new. Someone came in and put this in after I came the last time. Someone arrived through the station and they dropped this in here and they left. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. If you really want us to say it, the map wasn't there. What? Guys, I'm starting to get legit concerned. Like, this, it's gigantic. It's colorful. It's like, how do you miss this? How do you miss this? I'm genuinely concerned for my well-being. Genuinely. I am genuinely concerned with my well-being. You can miss everything. I'm genuinely, I'm scared. I watched you walk by a gate like 6 times saying, where's the gate? Where's the gate? It was out here. Oh, but this is a new low. This is legitimately a new low for me. Is this the first time you've heard of a key being major in the context of blueprints? No. So basic human, the thing that confuses me about that clue is that the major keys are like specific keys, like the silver key, the secret garden key, I cannot remember, the prism key. You know, those are what I assume as major keys. But I normally don't get those many major keys per round, and I've never ever found any major key that would seem like it's gonna lead me to a sanctum key. So that's what I mean when I say that I have no idea what that means, because what does it say exactly? It says the 7th is major if you draft it quite late. If you draft it quite late means that like it has to be tied to a room, but quite late, what does that mean? Going to one of the last ranks of the house? Like, there's a lot of words here that could be interpreted in many different ways, and that's where I'm getting confused, because like I don't know exactly what it means in regards to major keys. You tell us. I cannot tell you anything. I'm so distraught right now over how blind I am. Where are you guaranteed a major key? You know, I don't think I understood that I am ever guaranteed a major key. In the music room, though. I guess in the music room I guarantee a major key, and in the gallery because it has the 8th key. So, the Royal Museum of the Grand City of Fen. Oh, the grand being all scribbled out. I love that. Getaway car at 136. Let's start from the beginning, I guess. What is the beginning? 110, 15, 124, 124. Okay, so White, Pharaoh, and Marigold. That's Mary! At 105. They enter through here. They enter through here. And what comes next? 110, Manning. Oh, Caleb Manning was with us! Okay, Manning enters through here. Fourth entry at 124. Instead of a 105, it was going to be... The whole thing was going to start at 105 and then they delayed it. And 124, White comes into this door. This is the escape route, so it has to be after they've done everything. Getaway car, King's Grotto. King's Grotto? Is that related to my grotto? I'm not screenshotting any of this because this is way too much information to screenshot. So I'm going to refer to this in the VOD. So, there's so much information. Closed exhibit. Closed exhibit. I have the closed exhibit. Portico. Portrait room. Learson gallery. Security doors. Staff. Security system control. Guardhouse. Oh, that's this. That's this building. So this thing is this building right here. I don't know what this means for my closed exhibit. I don't know what it means. Like I have to try and like I have to try and draft it in a way that I can access it behind. Moonside Courtyard, quietly hidden on the west end of the grounds, tucked away from the bustle of the guided museum crowds. Moonside Courtyard, which is not marked. Don't understand what the Moonside Courtyard is. Learson Hall, the restored original home of Prince Learson, donated to the city of Fern upon his death, now serves as the Royal Museum Beautiful West Annex. Parking lot west. For special events of a certain magnitude, the lot west is open to serve for overflow parking should the main south lot be at maximum capacity. I'm sorry, but I will read all of this. I apologize. To me, Quaylin means either high rank or high room count. I would assume that it means high rank myself. So thank you for adding that second interpretation. Because that's the one thing about things that can be interpreted several ways, is that maybe you'll get stuck in your interpretation of it and not see other interpretations. Okay. Closed exhibit. Both Learson Hall and the main concourse feature a number of quote closed exhibits, which are reserved for an upper tier of elite patronage and are not currently open to the public for admission. Garden pathway. Enjoy a leisurely stroll on one of our many winding garden pathways, which can be accessed from both west and south entry and are free to use without purchase. Museum Station Cafe. As close as it would be, it is too easy to track literally. What, the Museum Station Cafe? Further west, the Royal Museum's dedicated and now defunct train station sits and has been converted into a restaurant for our patrons to enjoy after visiting the museum. Ah, as cool as it would be too easy to track. Like if this group had gone to the museum through the tracks. I get it. Museum main concourse. Ascend the historic steps and be a part of history. The Royal Museum's main concourse, built on the former estate of Prince Learson, has served as the realm's central hub of art and culture for over 100 years. Public exhibits. One ticket grants you access to all of the Royal Museum public exhibits, most of which celebrate a legacy of artists and paintings showcasing the royal color red. Tisking Monument, a monument of the victorious King Tiskin adorned with sword, shield, and wings, made to commemorate the end of the War of the Fifth Era. Museum grounds. Open to the general public, the museum grounds host a variety of verdure as well as a number of sculpted pieces of contemporary art. We ask that guests please confine their exploration to the pathways. Anything else? Nothing else. Okay. I needed to read all of that out loud so that I could have it on the VOD and I can refer to it when I need to for my notes. So, my interpretation of this is that I have to draft it in such a way that I can draft something there that has a door in that direction. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I'm getting from that. I am also getting that I need to make an appointment with some sort of fucking doctor because there's no way that I didn't see that map the first time I was there. Like what the fuck? Like I'm strictly concerned about it. Dancy, welcome, Ayla. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. That's your clue for the exhibit. It's a replica of that room. Yeah, I know. I just wonder if I'm interpreting it correctly. That's all. I know that it's a clue. I just wonder if I'm interpreting it in the way that it's supposed to be interpreted. Do we know what country the city of Fen is in? Yes, yes, we certainly do. Do we? Do we? I don't remember if it's in Fen Airs. Orinda Aries. I think Fen Airs is in Orinda Aries. Personally. I don't know. I already graduated. I already passed my exam and I forgot everything. As everyone who graduates after passing their final exam, I forgot every single little thing about it. The planetarium! Have I been there? Have I been there yet? I don't think I have been there yet. Oh, but it closes me off so badly. Oh, I don't think I should. I'm gonna feel very bad about it. I'm gonna feel so bad about it. I really want. Sadly, the reunion still hasn't started yet, but we turned on the Wi-Fi. Oof. It still hasn't started? Man, I'm so sorry for you. I'm so sorry for you. What is your interpretation? I was stabbed away for a second. The interpretation of if you drafted quite late being high rank, not necessarily high number of rooms. That's what I was talking about. Oh, I can get the shovel. I can get the extra shovel thing. Should I? Or should I do something else? I think I should get the extra shovel. Because he would allow me to get even more out of the dirt. No way we can jack and be hammered. I think we do have a way. I think we're getting jacked and hammered. Okay. Okay. We're gonna try to spawn things in better places now. This one is fine right here. I kind of like it, but I think instead I'm gonna go for the dining room for the purposes of maybe I get the goddamn stupid axe. Maybe. I would really appreciate it if I finally get to slash the cost of security. Now. That's not bad. The laboratory is not terrible either, because I could do an experiment. And sometimes the experiment is like every time you bypass a security door, which with the card is a really good thing to have. So experiment setup, we're going to... Each time you unlock or bypass a security door. Awesome. Gain 3 gold for each red room. Gain 1 key for every 2 hallways. Gain 1 star. I'm gonna go for 1 key every 2 hallways. Granted, I don't have a lot of hallways, but I can get more hallways, you know? Do I want to log into the network and use any other... Yeah, the office, right? I could put some money down here. No, that's not how you do it, right? Yes, yes it is. Might as well get some money in. Did you ever get your final workshop combination trophy? Yes, yes I did today! In the previous run! I got it like right before starting this run. Return to main menu. Let's run the payroll. Why not? Why not? That's cute. Okay, that's it. So now I should be getting no money because I have not a single hallway. I need a couple of hallways. Let's put the dark room in there. Fuck it. I'm not gonna use it. Goodbye, sucker. I don't need you. You're just off of my drafting pool for today. Alright, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. I like that. I like that result. Need to keep going up because I'm gonna run out of steps at this rate. So we're gonna try to focus on going up a little bit. Nice work, not bad. I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing things properly. I don't know. I think that I'm doing things quite badly, but do I go for it? Do I go for it? I would need to prioritize the tunnel if I go for it. And right now I'm not getting the best things ever. A passageway might be better. I think I need to go down. I think I need to go backwards to the entrance hall. But I don't have a lot of steps. I think I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go to the entrance hall. I'm gonna spawn those 2 rooms so that I can get it off my head. And hopefully it's not the worst decision I've ever made. It could be the worst decision I've ever made, but I don't know. I don't know. I have to hope for the best. I have to hope for the best. I need more dice. I need more dice. Dice have been very scarce. Oh, fuck me, bro. I'm so far away. This is indeed a lot of steps. Give me turnips, please. Nothing? You dug twice? And there was nothing? Twice. That was twice that we dug through there. And I got nothing. I find that insulting. To be completely honest with you. I find that quite insulting. Gonna get that because sometimes the locker room is really, really good. Sometimes the locker room can actually be super key. I'm going to grab the kitchen here with my last fucking gem so that I can get more steps. Oh, and they should be cheaper. They should be cheaper as well. Main course. If I draft a boiler room, I would love to draft a boiler room. Let's get it all. Club sandwich, tomato soup, banana, 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 and that's all the bananas. Okay. You know what? I think I'm fine with this decision. It was a gamble, but we got it, and it was good in my opinion. We got something good. I will say, and I will sustain it, and I will convince myself that it was good. You should be finding your perception insulting. I am. I mean, I'm finding it concerning more than insulting. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm finding it very concerning. I'm finding it very, very scary. Okay, with that, I've guaranteed those 2 rooms were useful and... Okay. Do I want to keep going all the way through up there or through here? I think I'll go back to the workshop and leave this space for later. Okay, sure. Let's keep going here. Oh, you know what else I could ask you, Sorbear? If there's anything that I'm missing in regards to the information on the countries. Because I don't feel like I've gotten a lot of good information on the countries. I feel like I've been trying to get information on the countries and I've not been any successful at it. Not a bad place for a mail room. Order placed. I don't need to go in there. Do I want to keep going up? Because of the dining room? Or do I want to go here? I guess I'll keep going up. Boiler room! Okay. But I have no... No! No! Fuck. I have no reason to go to the pump room anymore. I have 0 reason to go to the pump room now. That's fucking annoying. Okay. Let's go backwards into passageway and let's go backwards into the foundation. Cause I don't want to risk... Huh? Bedroom. Because I want to get some more resources in order to keep navigating properly. I feel like at this point, I have no options to navigate the way I want to because I'm lacking the gems. So I'd rather stay down low for a little bit. Gabby, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Does this count as Goth Ellie? Either way, it's very cute. I do call myself Goth Ellie when I'm in this stage. Oh, I hate all of this. I hate all of this. Fuck it, I'll grab this. Maybe we get rid of the power hammer finally. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This turned from being a very like promising run to very bad run really quickly for me. I mean, we still have shots. We still have a chance, but it's looking less and less likely. It's looking less and less good. You've got to be shitting me. Why am I getting so many red rooms? Why am I getting so many red rooms? I don't like that. That doesn't make me happy. That doesn't spark joy. Gems, please. And I guess the key 8, which... Who cares? Sorry, actually, does the 8 room have a second door? I think so, right? So maybe. Okay, courier here's not bad. Courier here is not terrible. Give me something useful, please. Ooh, 3 keys. Like that. 3 keys is good. That is not. That is fine. Now, one option backwards. Breaker box. Breaker box to turn this on, this off and on again. This on, doesn't matter. I have a lot of money. I should have bought more things at the commissary. Should have bought more at the commissary. Boudoir! Boudoir is good. It gives me dice. I appreciate a boudoir. It gives me a gem as well. Okay, sure. We bananaing out every time that we get the chance. I mean, listen. It's a good amount of steps for not really that much money, if you think about it. And then Sarah appears and says it was in fact the worst decision she ever made. I made some decisions I didn't end up liking. Okay. Okay. This would cut me short. This wouldn't, but I cannot afford it. Should I redraw? I'm gonna follow my gut and I'm gonna redraw. The Mechanarium has one door for each gear room. How many do we have? We have one, we have two. We have two. So this shouldn't leave me locked in. Would you guys go for the Mechanarium or would you go for the classroom so that I ensure that I can go upwards? I think I'm gonna go safety. And I'm gonna go for the classroom. It does use one gem though, and I don't have many of those. Mechanarium should be a T-shape. It should be, but what if it goes downwards? I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay. Don't know that I'm gonna use that. It can't? Are you sure of that? I'm scared. I don't want to ruin my run. We actually have a lot of doors here. Use special keys? What do I have? The key 8. Wait. Key 8? Key 8 would be useful there, right? Oh, but I'm not... It's not gonna let me. Yeah, it's not gonna let me because I'm not on rank 8. Guess I'll use one. Okay. I can rotate the dove coat and use it to make sure that I have a way up. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. And I have a bunch of dirt in there. We like that. Gems! Thank you. Keys! Thank you. Keys! Thank you! Gems! Okay, this was a great choice. This was a great decision. No gems on the coats? Yes. Yes, we do have a gem on the coat. Okay. Do I keep going up from here or do I go back to the Mechanarium? I can go back to the Mechanarium later. Ooh. I have 11 locked doors. Sorry, I have 11 keys. I think it's a good moment for this. super worth it. Super worth it. Wait. I don't need to go to this side. I don't need to go to that side. I think jackhammer might be a good item. I think jackhammer is a great item. This could be everything. Wait. 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 South lever is weight room or greenhouse. I still have a couple of chances of getting the greenhouse. I think this is a good bet. I think it's a good bet. Maybe. Possibly. There is the last hole. Whoops, you dropped all your gems and keys down the hole. That would be so trollish. That would be such a troll move, bro. No, I really need to keep going upwards to that side. I really need to keep going to that side. I really need to keep going to that side, bro. I can use the rotunda, I guess. I guess I can use this. Let's go back to the mechanarium, check the last door. Oh! No doors. Oh, this. I knew that I had one more door. I knew that I had something more to check out. A silver key? Okay. Not really what I was gunning for in this run. I want to check out the mirror room, but I don't know how to get to the mirror room. And I don't know what to do in the mirror room. But what if I try for the fuck of it? Oh. Oh. Sure, I'll take the office. Sure. We're trying to get the greenhouse. That's our priority right now. Oh, my dinner is ready. I forgot that I had dinner. I forgot that I had the dining room still. Hey. Please give me the greenhouse. Please give me the greenhouse. Please give me the... Oh, so tempting. So tempting. We're gonna redraw. Because I'm really hoping for the greenhouse. Fuck you. Fuck you too, buddy. Armory. Maybe there's still a chance for the greenhouse. Oh, wow, the axe! It's not really worth it now, but, but I have it! I finally have it! I could slash the cost of the gem, of the walking crosset, but I don't use the walking crosset all that much. I don't use that all that much. Don't need it anymore. I want it for this security room. Well, I haven't spawned the security room yet, so maybe. Maybe. Okay, listen. Greenhouse is bust. Hopefully we get a weight room. Because I would really like to get a weight room right now. Don't think I'm gonna be spending all this money, so might as well. So, a little question for Sword Bear and anyone else who might also know. Are these sort of structures here with colors and lines, are these supposed to be giving me any information about the realm's sigils? Because I don't think so. I don't think so, but it's a possibility that I've considered. Let's go back to the Great Hall. Let's... Sounds like I have an item here. Oh Oh no, I can see where this is going already. Disappointment? Is that what you're saying? I'm saying disappointment. Money and that thing. The problem is that I need the south one. I need the south one. What is that? What is that tube? Anyways, okay, so now we are going to go back to the dining room. We're gonna go back to the dining room. We're gonna get our steps. Dough cut, mechanarium, boudoir, courtyard, gallery, corridor, passageway, bedroom, dining room. Okay, dough coat, mechanarium, boudoir, courtyard, all straight into the bedroom. All straight into the bedroom. Then dining room. We didn't get the boiler room, unfortunately. Wait, I can also go to the dark room and check if it has like a gem or something. Because I fixed it. It does have a gem. That's good. That's useful. Don't think it has anything else. So let's get our steps. It's a large stick. It is indeed a large stick. We'll hold on until the end and ultimately have your choice of the three least useful rooms to slash. I actually haven't gotten the security room yet, so there's still a chance. There is still a chance that I get that, which I would really like, personally. Let's see what we can spawn here. Planetarium is not a bad one here. Planetarium is not bad. And I have not been to the planetarium yet. Whoa! Oh, this is so pretty. Have you guys ever been in a proper planetarium? Have you guys ever seen one? It's such a nice experience. I really, really like it. I really like a planetarium visit. Start schedule. Constellations. Survey of the constellations. Observe the Mount Holly observation. I'm at 23. Clav is the key and the sail. Yes. Diamond minus Florialis from the sky. The twins, the slice, Southern Cross, Farmer's Apples, Clavus. Those, I don't care about this. I really don't care about this. Whatever I get, I get. This, however, might be worth checking out. Other notable night skies observed. First appearance of both diamonds, minor and major, in the same sky. 7 different constellations observed in a single night. New constellation spotted. New constellation at 50. Tied in the vaultable bunk. Up high amongst all the clocks. Held by a king on his throne. Major if you drafted quite late. And the last key is waiting behind the door of 8. It's not gonna be like a sanctum thing, is it? Okay, I did one more of the rooms. There's that. There sure is that. Not that it was super useful, but it is there. Okay, now passageway, corridor, gallery, courtyard. Passageway, corridor, gallery, courtyard. Ugh. I feel like I didn't get what I wanted. Okay, let's go to the closed exhibit then. Let's go to the closed exhibit, which I get through by Joe Coach. There's no fucking way I'm gonna get the weight room, am I? Oh, look, a lockpick kit. That's nice. That's nice. I'll take the chapel. I'll take the casino so that I can keep going up. Yeah. Money. I don't care. I just don't care, bro. Oh, I'm not gonna get the weight room! Oh, bro. This is so disappointing. This is so disappointing. What am I missing? I don't care. I'm not gonna be able to use it anyways. I can slash this! How do I slash it? Do I have to choose it? Do I have to choose it to slash it? You're already out of weight room? How do you know? How do you know? Anyways, I'm going to draw this just to slash it. Wait! Why couldn't I slash it? Why couldn't I slash it? What the fuck? What the fuck? Why couldn't I slash it? Why couldn't I slash it? Guys, why couldn't I slash it? Someone explain. Someone please explain. Ellie, no! How? Legitimately, how? Can I slash this one? How do I slash it? How do I slash it? How do I slash it? Are you a dumb fuck again? I'm trying to figure out how to slash the gems in here. I bought the axe. I have the axe. And I'm not figuring out how to slash the cost. Can someone tell me how to slash the cost of this thing? Because I don't understand. I'm not getting any... You get it next time. See you in 2 months. I know, but that's why I'm trying to... Okay. How do I slash the cost? I'm not gonna move until I know. Should I be getting prompted? Because I'm not getting prompted. I'm gonna have to Google this, aren't I? Blueprints axe. Permanently remove the gem cost from any one room. To use it, go into the room directory and select the desired room. You must have drafted the room at least once to see it in the directory and ask the cost. Are you fucking kidding me? I can do it from the directory! What? Click on the axe, it'll tell you how to use it. It's not telling me how to use it. Okay. I'm gonna go for a library here, and I'm gonna go to the directory and choose what I want to slash. I want to slash the security room. Yes. Is the axe gone now until I buy it again? Because I could also slash the vault, which would be delightful. Yeah, it's gone until I get it again. Okay. Good to know. Good to know, good to know, good to know. A treasure map right now? Right now, bro? Okay, sure. I'll go get the treasure, I guess. Fucking useless, but why not? I suppose. The Curse of the Black Bridge. Finally. 16 minutes? Yeah, this went a little bit longer than I... If you only read sometimes... Where was it? Where was that information? Where was... Excuse me. Where was that information? Where the hell was that information? Huh? Huh? You could have done it so long ago, it's so funny. I could have! Do you want to know an important limitation regarding the use of the axe? I think people told me like 3 rooms, right? No more than 3 rooms or something. Forward. The legend of the Black Bridge is one that's well known to the people of the Grand Realm, for versions of this tale have been passed down from generation to generation. With each new telling, the story has changed, becoming over the years more colorful, more verbose, and, as one might expect, increasingly horrifying. However, with so many renditions and unique personal touches, the task of confining and binding this tale to text seemed an ambitious and impossible challenge. Over the course of my research, I have heard dozens of variations of the legend, and while the details would often change, I was surprised of how much of the story's heart remained the same. Yet the more I listened, the clearer it became that there could never be a definitive version of this tale capable of capturing all the wonder and myth of Black Bridge. In the end, I chose to write down what felt most authentic. The story my grandmother told me as a boy long ago. Part 1, the berry picker from Oris. Okay. I think instead of screenshotting this one, I'm going to... I'm just gonna have to rewatch this VOD and bring back all of this stuff into my notes, because honestly, this is gonna be really long to screenshot. Many years ago, before peace had become a familiar word, there lived a group of rogues so wayward that the locals deemed it appropriate to call their numbers the Unholy Hounds. They were feral outlaws composed of society's worst in a time when society was at its worst. And for each crime the fearful travelers credited to the group, a dozen more lay unclaimed, each worse than the last. For the gentry, however, who often value their coffers more than their companions, no crime could measure more wicked than the group's primary enterprise: highway robbery. One such member of this so-called band of rogues was a boy of 13 years, Jesper, who had not been lucky in life, having lost 2 brothers to war and parents to famine. In the years of hunger that followed, Jesper lived in a gutter behind a churchyard, relying on the nourishment of scurrying bugs and weeds harvested from the cracks of the alleyway to sustain his pitiful existence. It is not surprising that a child aiming to escape such hardship would take any easy road out. An easy and well-traveled road, paved with plantations, leading out of the city and into the gentry lands where loose purse strings entwined with the strands of salvation and glistened equally with the hope of opportunity. It was this road that eventually led Jesper to the end of his youth, a hidden cave at the bottom of Black Bridge Canyon. It was here that he met his surrogate family and saviors, that notorious gang of godless outlaws known as the Unholy Hounds. Despite the hardened circumstances that had led to his vocation of banditry... Sorry, excuse me. Jesper was surprisingly tender-hearted and was often teased by the group for being too kind for such an ignoble life. For this reason, Jesper was assigned the innocent role of berry picker. It was not just innocence that set berry picking apart from the gang's more wicked undertakings, for it was the only duty performed without the safety of night's concealment. Jesper, no stranger to solitude, did not protest that he alone worked while others slept soundly, tucked away in the cave at the bottom of the Black Bridge Canyon. On one such occasion, Jesper decided to get an early start. He left the cave, berry basket in hand, and set out into the woods before the morning sun had even brushed against the tallest treetops. It was colder in the mornings, but the headway dawn afforded meant that Jasper could reach the furthest-most berry patches without worrying of being chastised for tarrying upon his return. It took over 3 hours on foot to reach his destination, and along the way, Jasper had passed by many a familiar bush, all priorly pillaged and so bereft of berries that one would have to dedicate several moments in earnest examination before finding a single one. Jasper was patient, but even patience has its limits. He was confident that even accounting for the time lost to this long stretch of travel, his efforts would be well worth the pains. Surveying the patches in this new grove surprised even Jasper. The red dots suspended among the leaves seemed as numerous as stars in the skies. Upon seeing such a bountiful sight, he clutched his berry basket tightly and nearly toppled over out of joy. Once he had regained his senses, Jasper quickly made a decision. He would not reveal the location of this newfound treasure. Instead, he would earn the respect of his confederates who, upon seeing his yield, might attribute the success to hard work. Smiling at his plan, Jasper set off to fill his basket and was making steady strides in his task when the sound of thundering hoofs interrupted him. A carriage! A carriage is approaching! The thought of it made Jasper freeze. Had he been so enchanted by his discovery that he had neglected to observe his surroundings? How could a roadway be so close? He ducked down and crept towards the impending sound, hiding behind one of the larger bushes nearby. It was only a moment more before the sound source revealed itself. Within 50 paces of where Jasper hid, an elegant carriage with gold trim came soaring around a corner of trees, led by 2 beautiful white horses and conveyed by a stern-looking driver seated atop the vehicle, flaunting the most sophisticated regalia Jasper had ever seen. It was not just any carriage, it was a royal carriage. Even without ever having witnessed such a sight before, Jasper was certain. The sight had so transfixed Jasper that he stood awestruck, unable to tear away as the carriage approached. The little concealment the bush provided was soon proven unequal to the driver's lofty perch, and upon spotting the boy, he pulled the reins with such effect that the noble steed slid to a sudden halt with precise control. "You, boy, get out from behind that bush!" he shouted with a rigidity that betrayed a modest amount of fear. "You startled me half to death coming round the bend on my own drive and me seeing such an unfamiliar face in a place where there ought to be no face." Jasper quickly contemplated running. The man was much older, and his dress was suitable for country behavior, not dashing through the bramble and mud. I was picking berries," Jasper raised the half-filled basket up to allow the driver to see the proof of his words. The demeanor of the man suddenly changed. It was a change that Jasper was familiar with. He had many times seen the same stern expression on the most fiendish bandits melt away when presented with a berry basket. Any suspicion that the driver might have had instantly evaporated, for even the notion of a member of the unholy hounds picking berries seemed farcical. The softened expression even made allowances for a smile. "Berries, eh? Say, you couldn't have picked a better spot for them, could you? I used to pick berries here as a boy." Jasper took his cue to finally step forward out from behind the bush, proudly brandishing his basket. "I know, and what luck I found them. I have only just begun picking, and look how many I have. It would have taken me 4-fold the time back home to procure this number." The driver bent down for a closer look. "And where is your home, boy? It must be quite far." Jasper replied with a script, "This is so long." This is so long? You can use it 3 times and then it disappears forever, which is why I wanted to make sure that I use it in the security room, because it's one of the rooms that I use the most, and I'm not sure how many other rooms I want to use it on. I will have to think about it. Jasper replied with a scripted response. "A little south of Tanner Forks, just past the burned woods." "My God, that is far. You couldn't have come all the way only this morning." It was true. Tanner Fork was in the exact opposite direction that Jasper has traveled, and while that response would seem perfectly reasonable in a location closer to Blackbeard's Canyon, he could see why it might seem less believable here. "Sir, I have traveled much farther for much less profit. I dare say there is no distance yet made by man that would not be worth undertaking for a price such as these. Surely you have tested them for yourself." Jasper felt happier with this response, as it seemed to amplify the man's smile. "In my youth, often, but perhaps I took it for granted because I never had to travel very far. And even then, my father would always drive us here in our carriage, so I'm ashamed I never had to walk such a stretch to earn an equal reward." I'm scared. I think these are poison berries. I think these are poison berries and Jack's about to fucking die. Astroman, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. It was Jasper's time to smile. Then let my efforts reward us both today. He raised the basket even higher. A taste in memory of your youth, sir. Oh my god, this is probably poisoned. The driver chuckled and removed one glove, bending over the seat to reach down to the basket. And at the moment his fingers touched the first berry, the dagger in turn met his throat, cutting through a superficial layer of skin and drawing blood. What? Jasper caught the man's startled eyes. And for that taste, I will have your purse, sir, in memory of my youth. The driver's arm had gone stiff, his chin raised and trembling, more frightened than he had ever been before. Whether unable or incapable of speaking, he did not respond to the boy. Perhaps he did not think his jaw could afford to be engaged at this particular time. Jasper let the basket drop, freeing his other hand to probe the man's pockets. Do not mistake me, sir. I will not kill you if you give me no cause. Though I will admit, the thought of taking your courage and leaving you the indignity of walking appeals to me. Unable to find a purse in the man's coat, Jasper pivoted to search the seats under him. Why have you no purse upon your person? The driver slowly raised his hand cautiously, pointing towards the carriage door behind him. Jasper lowered the knife's edge a small degree to allow the man to speak, which he did in turn softly.
There's a lockbox in the carriage.
Cleverly poisoned with a knife! Cleverly poisoned with a dagger! Well, come down then and grant me the courtesy of sparing your life and binding your hands, a concession I assure you of my tender heart, for it would be much easier to slit your throat. The man started to comply, slowly lowering himself from the driver's seat of the carriage. Once down, Jasper guided him away from the carriage to a nearby tree where he instructed him to get on his knees and put his hands behind his back. Excusing his inexperience, the man indulged Jasper while he figured out how to adequately bind him. The smile and kindness Jasper had seen on the man's face, now nothing more than a distant memory. In their place, cold, dark eyes displaying no emotion. I wonder, should I grant you the same clemency you're showing to me? Jasper stopped, surprised by the question. Wait. I wonder, should I grant you the same clemency you're showing me? Jasper stopped, surprised by the question, but ignored it, secured the final bindings, and then hastily returned to the carriage. With one hand on the door's handle, he turned back to the man. If there's no lockbox, there will be no clemency. Inside, the carriage was surprisingly dusty and unswept, a stark contrast to the elegant and polished golden facade of the exterior. It had apparently been many years since a passenger had enjoyed passage in this vehicle. This all but confirmed what Jasper had suspected. The driver of this carriage was not a liveried servant in the employ of some greater master. Any curiosity that his observation might have further produced was quickly abandoned upon seeing what rested under the carriage's backseat, a large wooden lockbox. Despite its hefty appearance, the box was surprisingly easy to handle. Within a few minutes, Jasper had dislodged it from his hold and carried it out into the sunlight. Inspecting the box carefully, two observations were made. Totemic symbols found carved on all four sides of the box hinted that the box was very old and likely not crafted by Orindian hands. It reminded him of artifacts from the old world and was presumably crafted in one of the ancient realms. Ooh! Is this not the thing that I have in the shrine that is a curse? Secondly, the box was secured by a rusted yet robust padlock and would not open easily without a key. Jasper looked over to see the driver quietly observing from his indentured position. Do you perhaps have the key you can provide me to open this box? Without emotion, the driver replied, there is no key to that box. Jasper stood up. Easy enough then. He handed over to a nearby rock of sizable dimensions and lifted the stone up, carrying it back to the box. If there was ever a time when the lock had been resistant to brute force, it wasn't recent. With one hit, the stone had completely shattered the rusted lock. He bent back down and opened the lid. Inside was an effigy, a crude figure chiseled from stone. Without too much deliberation, Jasper bent down and picked it up, somewhat surprised how heavy it seemed given how light the box had felt. Having expected to find something more akin to gold or gems, he looked questioningly to the man, hoping to find an explanation. The driver's smile had once again returned. You are cursed, boy, for deadly is the stone. You have opened that which should have never have been opened, and you are cursed. Jasper carried the effigy over to the man and shoved it in front of his face. What is it?
That's one.
Feeling his disappointment rising to anger now, Jesper tightened his grip on the effigy. One what, you mumbling agentor? And in God's name, why have you no purse upon your person? The man did not seem intimidated.
1 pace.
He paused for effect.
12 more and you will be dead.
He only had a second to flinch before the effigy struck him in the head and put an end to his cryptic ramblings. If there was ever a time when the old man had been resistant to brute force, it wasn't recent. Oh, that is a good fucking line. That is a good fucking line. The callback to the padlock? Oh, fantastic. Jesper looked down at the sculpted stone figure, now splattered in red. Was it cursed? Was he cursed? He had of course heard stories of curses and had never doubted the validity in the past. But now that he was standing face to face with the possibility of being cursed, his mind pleaded with him to be skeptical. That's why you only have 12 steps in cursed mode. Yeah, I'm guessing this entire book is just for cursed mode. I don't know if I'm gonna get any information out of it, but man, it's enticing. It's an engaging story. And if he was cursed, what difference would the knowledge make? A dozen more pieces would not be enough to find another living soul, to say nothing of the chances of procuring a remedy. If he did not move from where he now stood, he could live maybe another 3 or 4 days, maybe more given the abundance of nearby berries. A plan that, if we ignore its obvious faults, might provide additional opportunities for help to come along. But what good would that do? To be discovered here, besides a body, stolen goods in hand, bloated from berries, and raving about a curse that could very well not be real. No, it would not most certainly be better to face... Sorry. No, it would I can't read. No, it would most certainly be better to face one's fate now, take a dozen paces, and see if life goes on. But Jesper found his legs unable to make that first step. His mind was unable to convince his limbs to waste away 1/12 of his life in a single motion. Feeling the desperation sink in, he hopelessly looked about him for a solution. And if by some stroke of luck the gods had heard his plea, a miracle materialized before him as if he found himself suddenly at the end of a fairy tale. 2 white horses and a carriage of golden trim were beside him, the answer to his immediate prayers. He laughed at his fortune and calculated the short number of paces back to the road. 4. Perhaps only 3 if he jumped. He made a quick survey to see if there was anything he wished to grab before taking the plunge. He thought about removing the driver's fancy coat, as that appeared to be of some value, but the additional risk of undertaking such a task took great the chance. And so, after a profound breath, he took his 2nd, 3rd, and 4th steps, though they were very quite large. Seated now behind the horses, he reached for the reins and suddenly realized that he was still gripping the effigy. If the curse was real, then it would most certainly be better left here. If, on the other hand, the story was fictitious, there might be some appraisal that could be made to the figure. It was, after all, found within a lockbox, whose typical function oft secures objects of value. Having witnessed firsthand the horrors of destitution, Jesper found his mind equally reluctant to allow his hand to let go. If it is cursed, I die. If not today, then tomorrow. And if I die, what care have I? And with that statement said aloud, to the horses seemingly, Jesper took up the reins with confidence. Part 2, Below the Black Bridge. Oh my god, this is so long! Miller awoke to some light nudging from a familiar foot. Only one person would have to check to awaken her in such an ill-mannered fashion. Shaking the sleep from her eyes, she glared up at him in the darkness, but did not say a word. He nudged her again, teasingly, and then stepped back into the din. After taking a moment for her eyes to adjust to the darkness of the cave, Miller remembered. She was on 3rd watch today. Quietly collecting her things and wits, Miller turned as she left, waving to her young friends, who was more than likely already asleep. She crept through the cavern's main passage, careful to not wake the sleeping bandits around her. Like a hero in a book, she often mused. Quietly, she grabbed a bow from the haphazardly formed pile of weapons, shaking the accompanying quiver in the darkness to assess how many arrows it held. She then walked towards the sun-drenched mouth of the cavern, ready to start her shift. Guys, we're finally getting that storytime reading stream. Yes, 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 yes. This book is literally to make the coffin appear in the shop. I have no idea why you got it earlier. Oh, that is interesting, because that would immediately give you an idea that you don't want to open it. Don't look at the clock, Kelly. I am looking at the clock. This is so long. Above her in one of the few trees found in the canyon, Miller could see that Ravia was already posted. She waved, and Ravia waved back. Calling out to each other was strictly forbidden. Anything louder than a gesture in the canyon was forbidden. When Miller reached the tree, Ravia lowered a braided rope and pointed to the ground behind her. Miller turned, following the finger, and saw a pail of water resting beside a nearby log. She turned back to Ravia, nodded, and secured the pail to the rope. The pail went up first, and in turn, Miller followed. Ravia reached across to grab the water. Miller leaned back to give her space. There was not much room for maneuvering in this tree post, a necessary concession for the concealment their outpost demanded. Ravia tilted the pail up to her mouth dramatically, illustrating how thirsty she had been. Miller laughed silently as water poured out, splashing onto Ravia's face. It was a bit too daring and noisy of a joke, and had the others been around, they would have certainly been scolded for the unwarranted sound. But Miller appreciated the efforts Ravia took to verbalize the silence of the morning. They had been on third watch together for over a month, and during that speechless time, their friendship had grown into something special. Affection was unsurprisingly scarce amongst the unholy hounds. She had felt camaraderie before, of course, but intimacy never. From their elevated vantage, the girls could see both the concealed entrance of the cavern, as well as a clear view of the bridge that spanned across the canyon. Black Bridge was the link between the Gentry Lands and the northern mountains, the overpass that connected Oris and Reddington. To the city-faring travelers of the realm, the bridge was an unavoidable crossing. In the day, the task was to ensure that travelers passed by without stopping. At night, the task was to ensure they do. Like most of her band, Miller preferred the night. The biting glare of the sun might be tolerable to farmhands and bricklayers, but to a cavern house bandit, it was a source of constant annoyance. In the day, there was no shroud to conceal her expression, nor to hide her thoughts. She felt exposed. Ravia touched her elbow and pointed up. Miller, striving to suppress a budding smile, subtly shook her head in response. There were many signs that the unholy hounds used in lieu of words, but the two of them had developed an extended vocabulary. Gestures quietly forged in shared solitude of their month among the branches. She watched as Ravia shifted, placing her palms flat on the floorboards beneath them. Miller knew what she was trying to say, but shook her head a second time. It was often more fun to pretend not to understand. Ravia rolled her eyes and turned away, looking back to the canyon. Squinting through the leaves, the two girls held still, watching and listening. It was not long until Miller, too, heard the sounds of approach. Ravia held up two bent fingers, and a few moments later, two men emerged from the bridge's southern end. They were dressed in a familiar uniform, long gray coats with black facings, white waistcoats, and black tricone hats. They belonged to the local patrol, the Black Guard. Although not an everyday occurrence, their presence at Black Bridge wasn't an unusual sight. It typically indicated an important traveler's impending passage across the bridge, information that the girls would promptly relay to their leaders as soon as the coast was clear. But this report, while exciting, was rarely acted upon. In Miller's 5 years in the Unholy Hounds, she had never once seen a carriage taken in open daylight when the Black Guard was nearby. The men had nearly reached the bridge's north end when Miller heard the horses, faintly at first, but growing louder with each passing moment. Ravia's eyes met Miller's, the same concern mirrored in each other's expression. This did not sound like the typical carriage, cautiously approaching the bridge to cross. Instead of the familiar crunch of the high-rose gravel, they heard the harsh clattering of hoofbeats against stone. Both girls quickly redirected their attention downwards, looking through the foliage. The sounds were not coming from the high road, but from the canyon itself. The horses were coming from below the bridge. You know what? I think our boy Jasper is gonna be dead. I think Jasper is gonna arrive as a corpse in the carriage. In an instant, Miller had knocked an arrow and drawn her bow. Go! Ravia was gone before the whisper had even left... Oh, sorry. Go! Ravia was gone before the whisper had even left Miller's mouth. The young scout was already sliding down the bank below, racing towards the cave. There was no road that ran below the canyon. There was no reason for numerous horses to be approaching their cave. There was only one reasonable conclusion, and both girls had reached it instantly. The base had been compromised. This was a Blackguard attack. The moment the horses came into view, Miller let loose her first arrow. She was surprised to see a carriage. She had expected cavalry. Before she even finished processing that thought, her second arrow was in the air. Without a trail, it would be unthinkable for a carriage to traverse such rough terrain, yet she watched as the wheels jolted over the rocky river bend. A third arrow was now in flight, and there would be no need for a fourth. The driver slumped over just moments before their vehicle dipped into a small ditch, slamming into an embankment. The force of the sudden halt immediately shattered the front two wheels and catapulted the driver from his seat. Utterly confused now, Miller quickly glanced over her shoulder to see if any horses were also approaching from the rear. So, wait, did she kill Jesper? Down in the canyon, the entire horde of unholy hounds came spilling forth from the earth as if hell itself had suddenly sprung open. The group seemed even more bewildered than Miller, half asleep and tripping over one another in a desperate attempt to engage an unseen enemy in combat. Miller could see Ravia among their number, the only one looking up at her. Her expression was chilling. There would be no need for a silent gesture to convey what they both now realized. They had made a mistake. The gang's chieftain, Geoffrey Heartslasher, led the others, cautiously approaching the crashed carriage like a suspicious fox would near a baited trap. There were no words exchanged as the group crept forward in customary silence. A dozen or so paces in front of the wreckage lay the far-flung driver, an arrow protruding from his broken body, and beside him a blood-stained effigy carved from stone. An effigy of fucking what? That looks like a weird turnip mixed with a hand. Am I crazy? Miller was inconsolable. Jesper had always been her favorite. He had always shadowed her in the night, clinging to the hems of her every move, the way a child tails behind an older sibling. Tender-hearted, she had always called him, though deep down she had known that wasn't quite true. His appearance of gentleness concealed a raw, resilient durability that emerged in the most perilous of situations. He had been a flower amongst nettles of his... He had been a flower amongst the nettles of this cave, but he still had thorns, honed by a grim past and 100 hands of misfortune. They buried him in the darkness, in the backbone of the larger cavern rooms. He was interred with a berry basket and a silk handkerchief that he had treasured. The mysterious effigy they had found beside him served as a distinguished gravestone, a marker that stood out as someone special among the rows of similar sorts marking nearby neighboring plots. No one spoke, not even in whispers. There was nothing to say. Miller awoke the next day to a thunderous shaking and rattling of the earth, a far cry from the playful nudging of the previous day. She strained to adjust her eyes, but the choking sting of stirred-up dust caused her to flinch. Panic was also in the air. The sound of scurried footsteps and clattering feet filled the space around her, but even in alarm, the silence was louder. What was it that sounded so strange? Miller closed her eyes tight and used her feet to guide her along the passage. The whispers around her were getting louder, and intense voices could be heard ahead. Louder speech than she ever had heard spoken in the canyon. A growing dread grew as Miller approached the mouth of the cave, her eyes now open wide despite the dust. Shouldn't it be day? Miller felt a hand in the darkness, pulling at her. It was Ravia. The two embraced, and Miller did not need to see her to understand. Ravia placed two bent fingers against Miller's cheek, and with that touch against her face, Miller felt the same sinking feeling from the previous day. Two bent fingers confirmed what Miller had suspected. The girls had forgotten to relay one critical piece of information to the others. An hour or so later, the screaming began, blood-curdling cries of hopeless desperation. Captain Fodrick Lee of the Black Guards looked down from the ridge of the canyon to the collapsed entrance of the cave. Ah, he grinned. Now they speak. Oh, shit! Shit! They buried the freaking bandits alive? They collapsed the ridge so that they would suffocate or starve in there. Oh, that's fucking cruel. That is cruel, man. Anyways, that's it. There's nothing more we can do. There's nothing more to do now. Sadly, we got what we got, and that's that. Sure, gee, this sure was the Curse of the Black Bridge. It was. I have no idea if I was supposed to get anything from that. I don't think I was supposed to get anything from that. I think that bugged out, and that was supposed to give me access to the effigy, but I got it before, so I don't know what the point was. Then again, do I have anything else to do? I don't think so. Code check. Did I ever get the hammer out of the code check? No, I didn't. I have a treasure map, but does it even fucking matter? Because at this point, I have nothing more that I can spawn. I have nothing more. I have no use for the resources. So I don't think there is any point in going there. Do I have a break room? I don't. So I don't even start with the key card next time, which is kind of disappointing. But what are you gonna do? That's it, guys. You just spent 30 minutes reading to us, by the way. I know, that was nerve-wracking. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was nerve-wracked that entire time. I cannot believe the one door I wanted is the only door I didn't manage to open. That is so disappointing. That is so disappointing. There's nothing I can do here anyways. So, whatever. Well, I think we're gonna stop it. I think we're gonna stop it for today. You were supposed to get, don't pick up the fucking stone from that. Don't worry, I'm not interested. I am not interested in getting that ever. I appreciate the warning, but it was not in my plans. Okay, so we're gonna call it a day here because I have no rooms with any special effects for calling in a day. Yeah, I have no reason to go backwards. So I'm gonna call it a day. Call it, and I'm gonna go. And we're gonna chat for like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes at most, and then we're gonna go. Because I've streamed the entire week. And I've streamed the entire week, and this has been 3 hours and some more. So I am glad that I got one more room that I hadn't seen before, the planetarium. I have zero clue what other rooms I'm missing, because I still have 4 rooms to get. I think I still have 4 rooms to get before I have that one achievement. And man, I'm running out of options. I'm running out of ideas. Quick game. Okay. So what are the things that I'm writing it down? I'm gonna write some down. I'm gonna write some stuff down. I'm gonna write down I'm gonna write down exhibit room. Spawn and then reach from above. Then, did we get any new ideas of anything else? I still have to take the power hammer to the tunnel, which is when I'll finally be rid of the power hammer as reserving the code check. Once I have the power hammer done with, I can probably get a bit better with the whole vault key situation, because as long as I spawn the vault key and put it in the code check, I can try to spawn the vault later. I have to decide what other rooms I'm gonna use the axe on. I definitely knew that I wanted security because it's one gem saved every single fucking day. And the vault is a good one because it's so expensive and it's so much money and it's so much benefit. Ellie's so cursed that the game just gave her the cursed coffin without delay. True! True! This Elyssia Nichols person in our games is our game's most loyal streamer, and she loves reading. Better add more books for her. I mean, I am one of the most loyal streamers of this game, probably, because I literally don't touch it unless it's in a stream. So I keep it for, like, streams, and I've done 22 episodes of it. That being said, that was so much reading. If Ellie ever plays The Elder Scrolls, we have to make her read all the books. I'm looking forward to 36 books in the 36, like, lessons of Vivek. I would never fucking do that. I would never do that. That's a good way. That's a good way that without losing a bunch of people. Yeah, but it's so brutal. It's so cruel. You just spent 30-minute reading. You were supposed to get don't pick the fucking stone from that. Are you done with the drafting studio? If I remember correctly, my memory is bad, but if I remember correctly, I have added every single possible thing to the drafting pool from the drafting studio. I think I've added everything because I seem to remember the last time I was there was only one thing that I could choose. So that means that I've gotten everything. My memory is bad though, so I may be remembering wrong. I just realized Planetarium has a thing for ending the day in it. Well, oh yeah, an extra star! Shit, I should have gone there. Well, it's just an extra star. It's fine. It's fine. It's just an extra star. It's whatever. Although I need to try to get to 50, so maybe I need to start using the laboratory for that a little bit more. Thanks for the stream, Elyssia. I'm a 2-hour streamer, Nikos. But you know that this game is special because you cannot save in between runs. You know that you have to finish a run. Courtyard? I haven't done anything special in the courtyard. It's 2 stars even. Is it? You get 2 stars? Live by the sword, die by the cave-in. I hate the idea of like a cave-in killing all of them because that's such a slow and painful death. That is such a slow and painful. Like you just starve to death or suffocate to death. You know how long it takes for either of those and how much suffering you have in the middle? Like that is so cruel. I don't know. It leaves me with a very bad feeling in my head. Like a really, really bad feeling. No, like axing the courtyard. Oh yeah, I use the courtyard a lot. Yeah. You're right. I do use the courtyard a lot. So that's a very good option as well. But because it slashes the entirety of the cost, I'm also wondering if I should save the 2 slashes I have left for like the expensive rooms, like the trophy room or the... Well, the trophy room pays for itself, doesn't it? I guess I'll worry about it when I have the axe again. Now that I think about it, when am I gonna think it now? I guess I'll think about it later. We probably have more options if I look at it in the list with the axe on hand. Wait, is the entirety? I thought it was just 1 gem. I don't know. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I got it wrong. Now I'm imagining the worst dungeon master. Rock falls. Everyone gradually begins to eye each other up for a meal. An entire session of that. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Is the entirety? I thought it was just 1 gem. Maybe. Let me check it. Actually, blueprints axe. Let me make sure. The description in-game says you may use the axe in the room directory to permanently remove the gem cost from one room. It says the gem cost, and it says remove. So it says, it implies that it removes all of it. So I think maybe the security room was a bad use. But that's why I'm thinking of all of the expensive rooms now. Holy shit indeed. I feel like I probably used it wrong, but it's the only room that I know for certain that I grab every single time. That's the problem. It's literally the only room that I have never not grabbed. So, but yeah, probably the trophy room, the vault, maybe the attic, maybe Alzara's. I don't use that anymore. It has a lot of money in it, but I also have a lot of money by virtue of just coming in. The expensive luxury items room, maybe? Attic is peak. Cloister is probably peak. Cloister is a good one. Passageway is a good one. But I'm just wondering if I should go for the most expensive ones. I would say Veranda, but that's kind of what worse Cloister. Yeah, Cloister I think is more valuable because of all the 4 doors. 4 doors is kind of like a lot. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I have to think about it proper. But I haven't gotten the axe in a billion years anyways, so I don't have to worry about it now. I probably won't get the axe for another 5 months. I don't know. I'm still waiting here. This has become a Wi-Fi party instead of a work meeting. What progress did you do this time? I cannot believe that you've been there this entire time and they still didn't give you the meeting. What the fuck, bro? What progress did I do? I got to read one of the books in the library. It was very long. It took me half an hour. I got to read one of the books. I got the planetarium, which is a room that I hadn't seen before. Now we know that we need 50 stars at some point for something special to happen. We saw a map that was on a table that I should have seen before, so that's not really progress, is it? We slashed the cost of the security room. We got 2 upgrade discs. We didn't do much, really. We need the boiler room. We need the laundry. That's kind of my priority. We're almost done with the power hammer. Oh, we finished all of the workshop items. We finished all of the workshop combinations. That's cool. Did the book have drawings or was it a boring book? It had a couple of drawings. It was also a bummer of a book. It was a bummer story. So here's what I've written down. If anyone wants to give me more ideas, tell me about it. I have written down boiler room, power up the washing machines. Library, new clue, needs the magnifying glass. Keep chasing the vault. Realms info. Where is the realms info? Castle? The fuck is castle? That's another thing we did today. We power hammered a wall and we saw a thing that said castle, and I have no idea what that is. Exhibit room, spawn and then reach from above. And I think I need one more thing. I think I need to write one more thing down, but I've forgotten it already. Oh yeah, sweepstakes. Drafting. Magazine. Sweepstakes? Question mark? Like, what the hell is that? What the hell is that? Did you complete the planetarium? I entered the planetarium and I don't think it had anything special. If it did have anything special and I missed it, I feel bad about it. Showroom? But the showroom is not like a thing. There's nothing that I can do in there. I have to get there with a lot of money, that's all. Castle is like a house but for kings and stuff. Thank you. Thank you. That's useful information. Wasn't there something in there you wanted to check out? I wanted to understand how the freaking machine worked that I bought. I bought the machine and I have no idea what it was for. I bought the thing and I got nothing out of it. I have no clue. The clock thingamajiggy. I tried to figure it out and I couldn't. Anyway, so blind? Yeah, I was extremely blind. Not today. The last time that I was in that room. I'm concerned. After today, I am concerned with my blindness, actually. I'm really concerned because there's no fucking way that I didn't see that map before. It's like ridiculous. It's like there's no reasoning for why I could miss that being such a big colorful part of the room. Like straight up concerning. But you know what, guys? I'm taking this as a win today in the fact that my power didn't cut off again. My power cut out twice before the stream today. I legitimately thought that I was gonna have to stop it, to cancel it. And nothing happened. Nothing happened. I'm glad that I took the risk. Before wasting my time at work, I drew a sketch of 2 characters to make a 5-minute game tomorrow. Woo! Yippee! Hey, her power comes out in 3, 2, 1. That would be fine because at least the game's saved. At least the run is saved. That was my fear. Also, that would be fine because it would prevent me from trying to play Hades. I want to play Hades so bad. I want to play Hades so bad. I want to play Hades so bad. You know what? I'm starting to feel like I'm not gonna finish Hades on stream. I'm starting to feel like I'll resist the temptation for like a week or 2 at most, and then I'm gonna be like, okay guys, it was fun to explore the beginning of the game with you. I'm gonna finish it on my own because I legitimately am addicted, and saving it for the streams was a terrible idea. It was a terrible idea. What about Slime Rancher 2? Is Hades 2 more hype? Hades 2 is addicting. The way that Slime Rancher is like cozy and a nice bookend to a day and a place where I want to spend my time, just to spend my time. Hades 2, by virtue of being a roguelite, just hits that addiction thing where it's like, just one more run, just one more run, just one more run, just one more run, you know? Play Leviathan Motors in Hellsinger or Gunfire Reborn. You're saying just play a different roguelite, which is not a bad idea. It's not a terrible idea. Would you like to play the Rush game next year? It's only 5 minutes. When you say it's only 5 minutes, it means it's an entire stream. So yeah, sure. But you have to wait until the entire schedule stabilizes. You did the big box in the laboratory, right? Yeah. You've been waiting for it for a long time, right? Play it. Your schedule's already stuffed to the brink of exploding. I know. I'm trying to resist for like a week. I'm trying to focus on the stuff that I have to do outside of the stream. We need to make an intervention if Hades 2 gets out of control. Good fucking luck, pal. Good luck. Slime Rancher 2 tomorrow on Discord. I'm not entirely sure. I did say that there was a chance that I was gonna do a gorilla stream out of nowhere. But my sister did ask me, like, I'm checking my phone right now as I end the stream. I was like, oh, I have messages from my sister. And my sister is asking me if I can do something tomorrow at 5. So that would be a bad time to stream if I have to be on a meeting with my sister at 5. Did I say Slime Rancher 2? I meant Hades 2. I said that there was a chance, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Can you do something tomorrow at no click? I would never do that to my sister. Sister collab stream? No, my sister's never coming to my streams. This is something that we both feel very strongly about. My sister's not coming to my streams ever. Tell your sister we don't mind her joining us. She minds, and I mind. Elyssia is gonna sit in VC whole day streaming Slime Rancher or something. I wish. But no, I actually have to do things and I have to, like, be on a call with my sister at 5, which is prime streaming time. And I also really need to stave off the addiction. I need to save it for the streams, guys. I need to save it for the streams. Tell your sister to join us in the chat sometimes. We can swap embarrassing stories about you. I'm gonna be so very real with you, fam. I'm gonna be so real. She doesn't have a single moment in her day to even drop by to a stream. Like, she does not watch YouTube. She does not watch bullshit online because she is, like, too fucking busy for it. She's too busy for it, and when she relaxes, is like at the end of the day, dropping like on a couch on Netflix or whatever. Like she's not in this side, in this vibe. You VTubers, I will never join you, Elyssia, on Nechos. Nechos. I thought you were going to say because she is bullshit online. No, she's just so busy. She's just unholy. Like, if you think my schedule is bad, she has a cursed schedule. Because, like, my schedule is like, I have a lot of things to do off stream, but at least I'm a hermit and I can wake up and work on stuff like art or scripting or editing. You know, it's all in my computer. It's all in my computer. Maybe I have to work on real life stuff like doing groceries, which is like something I have to leave the apartment for. But the things that she does, she's constantly moving from side to side, like physically going here to there, here to there. So it's not so much that she's busy, what she is, but she also has a lot of travel time in between this and that. So I didn't think anyone was too busy to share embarrassing stories about a sibling. Yeah, she's constantly traveling. And as I've said before, in this country, we are a little bit insecure using our phones on public transport. That's what I meant to say. Art, except guarding, when was the last art stream? I didn't say art stream, I said art off stream. Check the art channel later. I was bored and they two characters. I get Yomi OC obsession now. Oh no! Stop yourself before you reach the 400, Leo! You need to be stronger than that! You need to! You know how that ends! Anyways, guys, it's been 3.5 hours and I'm at the bottom of the chat and I think I really need to leave. I think I need to leave, bro. It's been a week of streams every day and I never gave my throat fully time to recover, so I think I'm leaving now. Thank you everyone from coming. That's perfectly understandable. I cannot wrap my head around people who walk around in public with their phones out, not as a matter of courtesy, but because of thieves. Yeah, in this country, like it's you don't want to invite that kind of unsafety. Hope you're ready for round 2 next week. Actually, next week we don't have blueprints because I alternated. So next week it could be a 4-day week. Maybe. Or maybe I just do an extra stream of Hades or Slime Rancher. Hee, ha ha ha. I don't know. Anyways, goodbye everyone. Thank you for coming. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And don't forget to stretch. Don't forget to drink plenty of water. Try to eat nutritiously and try to sleep 7 to 9 hours. And most important of all, be kind to yourself and to others, okay? Take care, my snake shifters. Bye-bye.